Alright. Hello everyone, we are live now. Very excited for the return of 3v3v3. We did have a bit of difficulties finding, roping in the last victims, players, for us to be starting, and now we are going to be kind of getting into the draft section. Uh-oh, you guys see the stuff? Chat can't see this. We were going to hide everything from the chat because we do not want the chat joining the game. Except we kind of did, so there is all that. But you do have the Diplo available, and we are going to get started in the drafting of teams for the 3v3v3. Up on the screen, we do have here kind of the power rankings as I see them going into 1.5 season, but there are some caveats here. These power rankings are under certain assumptions, which are maybe less true in 1.5.5, like migration super overtuned currently. Also, we see, it's all defensive armies, at least at game start, which makes picks like Ching a lot stronger. Anyone who's vulnerable at game start is advantaged a lot by, a team being weaker or this sort of thing. And so we will be getting into this. We see that, chats can still see the join code. Rip the dream. But we are continuing in here, and we are expecting to see a France first pick, and then things kind of get a little bit more open, and I think anyone of Great Qing, Russia, and United Kingdom is going to make a reasonable, kind of second pick, and we will be off. JCO says Pog, nice to meet you. Richard Brackman says, may the most French person wins. That's usually how it goes. Riley says, hello. Emperor Cowgod is here for Team 1. And we see, of course, the team France is drafted first, so we will input their stuff into the thing. France is going to be very, very strong, especially with their Industrialist bonus. I think it'll be very easy to crank up GDP in a huge way. Their starting GDP is 25.2 million. We will put everything on over into the scores tabulation thing. And so we will see a France pick here at 25.2 million starting GDP. We are going to, kind of keep things open. But again, now we kind of have this choice between, the United Kingdom, I know the overlay is still here, who now is going to become a lot better. In 1.5.5, currently, you don't have full use of the Navy, so they're maybe like a little bit weaker on this specifically, and so maybe we'll see a Russia pick. Also, in particular, there's kind of both Great Qing and the EIC can absolutely flood your teammates. If you join the same market, can flood them with migrants. And so USA pairing with EIC or Great Qing is going to look very, very strong. We see a Russia pickup from Team 2. So Team 1 has picked France. Team 2 has picked Russia, and we will input this into our handy-dandy spreadsheet. France and Russia sitting in a tree, KISS. Not on the same team, so I guess they're not doing that, huh? So we see Russia as the second pick. Russia, in particular, has a lot of pops, and in my opinion, the best mappy on game start. Eventually they will exhaust their mappy, but, Perm is, in particular, going to be one of the strongest states in the game here, right? And so, your ability to get 20% throughput on, both your logging and your iron, as well as a quick laissez-faire from Russia, is going to be particularly powerful. And now we will see 2 picks from Team 3, and so Team 3 will have a little bit of, flexibility in this regard, and I'm expecting to see UK plus EIC, or UK plus Qing. Now, players in general seem to be very scared of drafting Qing. At least on last season. Hello, Strahd, how's it going? I would have offered to join, but I don't know how to play the game in any serious capacity. It's relatively casual. I just want the aim, it's casual competitive, in the sense that players are not playing to RP, they're playing to maximize GDP, but at the same time, only maybe 1 to 3 of the players are especially cutthroat, and they do okay, but it is what it is. Trial and error, sorry, my man. Yeah. If you are watching, you are not allowed to watch the stream once we kind of get underway. Or you can watch the stream's chat, you just have to mute the stream. Just a heads up. Don't worry, after a few hundred hours you will get the hang of it. Yeah, the first 1836 hours is the tutorial. I'm almost done with the tutorial. Very close. So we do see a Russia draft, though. So I'm expecting UK plus X. However, it wouldn't be insane to see USA plus Qing. I actually think this would be a decent shout, because you will be able to pull all the migrants to the USA by putting Qing in their market, and then, you know, you will have a pretty flexible force that's maybe not easy to attack this team, because, you know, you can attack from Russia, you can attack from the EIC, but Qing is also relatively, in some sense, quite a bit safer than it used to be, and, you know, USA doesn't have any, no one is pickable that's contiguous with USA, so the USA can, you know, easily and kind of freely put defensive forces into Great Qing without having to worry about its own borders, and so it is maybe a reasonable thing to go USA Qing here, and we see Lackey is of course joining, or except you guys don't see it. We're still waiting on one more player to enter the lobby, but we are just drafting here without him. Or wait, who else are we waiting on? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Who's not in the game? We'll sort that out in just a moment. We are just still drafting here. As a player of Hoi and EU4 multiplayer, I know, yeah. It's... Players have different play styles, and I think that what I'm interested in seeing is what does optimal play look like. You know, I like seeing people break the game. We see a lot of that in 3v3v3. You know, it is a situation where you know, you can do some pretty crazy things, like you can cut your own allies down to size. So I present you know, a little bit of an example here. You can you know, start as France. Declare war to annex all of Korea, and then you can have your ally, let's say Austria, cut you down to size. You back down to the cut down to size before you enforce on Korea, resets your infamy to 0, and then you annex Korea and you have 0 infamy. This is an example of something you can do in-game to, you know, kind of do stuff. I'm going to gently remind them that the Team 3 is on the clock, although I do think this is... Although, I do think that this is probably the biggest decision in terms of the draft, is probably this Team 3, what are you drafting 2 things of? You know, this format. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. This format is... I think it's kind of really wide open right now in terms of it's not very well solved, and I think there's a lot of reasonable picks here that include UK plus X and Great Qing plus X. You know, even UK plus Prussia would be potentially interesting, because UK now has this new thing where you can, at game start, reduce the autonomy of Hanover, so you don't actually have to give up Hanover as a subject. So that means you kind of block German formation if you're the UK, unless you want to, you know, draft Germany yourself and this type of thing. And so it is perhaps going to be a thing where you maybe, like, UK plus Prussia wouldn't be that insane. I really do think that I would like to see at least one of the high population countries of either Great Qing or the AIC drafted here. Is multiplayer stable? Relatively, from what I have heard, but I might have heard wrong. But also, we're trying to see which player... We know that Java's going to be a tad late. His team is drafting without him, and he will have to suffer the consequences of whatever, you know, it'd be funny is if, like, his teammates drafted Nejd as their last pick, and then stuck him with that. Be like, oh, well, you have to play as this now. But we are getting in here. But multiplayer is currently, I think, stable enough from what I've heard, and combat is good enough, you know, now in 1.5, and I'm keen to see how people can try and push the economies in a multiplayer setting. This is not my pee bottle, this is energy drink mix. I swear. Java says he's going to be in the lobby soon. There's one other person other than him that's not in the lobby. But. Great Britain plus Prussia sounds like a good combo, allowing Prussia to solely focus on land military matters, plus the new companies might work well together for markets. Piss camo, basically. It's not my energy drink bottle, it's my pee bottle. For those of you who have never, so it's like a running joke in like the poker community where, obviously if you're playing 24 tables, which is what, well, that's kind of the upper end of what players would play on poker, but if you're playing 24 tables and you're playing for real money, obviously you're not going to have a situation where all your tables close simultaneously. And if you're playing in tournaments, they're often 3 to 6 hour affairs, and so this opens up the question, well, what do you do when you need to pee? And the solution for many poker players playing for real money is, of course, the pee bottle. I didn't think about it but now that you mentioned the bottle, the truth hurts. We gave them ideas. Shoot. They're on to us. We are, let's see if we've seen a draft. We see UK and EIC, which is a very reasonable, I think, combo, and then we see the U.S. drafted by Team 1. I think that's Team 1, if I recall on the order. That is Team 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1. Yep, that is. Okay, so we will put in these teams into the spreadsheet. And we see Team 3 with UK EIC, which I think is the conservative combo. People really don't like breaking you up a ton when you have EIC, but they love doing it when you have Qing, and so we will see that. The EIC, baby, you know me. You down with EIC? Baby, you know me. So we will put in the GDPs. I'm doing this off screen, just to try and set up the starting scores, and you guys can just watch me put this in. Except you guys are watching the draft. If there's been another draft, I can't comment on it yet because I'm putting in the scores. Or the starting GDPs. For everyone. And rankings, let's see. How's everyone doing this morning? You guys got your pee bottles ready? Of course, no one will have to AFK this stream if they all have pee bottles, right? Obviously. Frankly. We see Qing and Austria drafted out of Team 2. Very excited for Qing returning, and so Qing and Austria together with with Russia, Qing specifically together is going to be an interesting thing because Russia is going to effectively close one of the fronts on which you could actually advance into Qing, and notably the front that is closer to Beijing. If you wanted to keep the capital in Beijing, I think you move the capital to Yunnan, but this is, it's maybe not the biggest deal, but we do see a Qing pickup here. Very excited. People have shied away from drafting Qing. They've been too scared. Qing is notably kind of a bit of a task in terms of defense, because you often, it is a struggle. And so I think Qing is probably the hardest country in the entire draft to play. And so it's notably, does make sense, that, and we see Prussia and then Spain picked up. So let's put in Prussia and Spain. Prussia, I think, is the clear 8th pick, and then Spain, I think, is... I think you can make an argument for Belgium, but I think if you have already picked France, which they have, this makes Belgium less attractive because you want to take the Belgian territory yourself, and so this leaves you with a sort of situation where, Spain makes a lot of sense. I think Spain also really has good mappy, especially in the state of Navarra, and so we are going to see these full teams. Let's adjust this, and we will have the full teams except for, I forgot to input the last little bit of thing. Let's input it. And we are almost ready to get loaded in. So we have France, USA, Spain on Team 1. Team 2 is Russia, Qing, Austria.
Generalist, sorry to interrupt, but my lobby desynced.
Your lobby desynced?
Yes. I need to rejoin, I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Just so you know, and maybe give some time. I don't know if we're allowed to start.
We're not starting yet. I'll remind the players no clicking.
Yeah. I will be going back.
Yep. That's. So we have the teams. We have Team 1, France, USA, Spain. Team 2, Russia, Qing, Austria. Team 2 notably has an enormous starting GDP and an enormous amount of pops. And then we have UK, EIC, Prussia, which I think is a fantastic pairing in terms of just synergy alone. It's maybe not the highest power level team, but UK and EIC will have a lot of synergy, and UK and Prussia will have a lot of synergy with the Hanover thing discussed earlier. So why don't we do a little bit of a thing, start a poll, and see which team won the draft. When are you going to release a piano video? I'm so bad with the piano. I feel like having it in the back... That's just the logical place to keep it in my room. But, like, I feel like having it in the background of my things is a lie. Like, I'm lying to chat by having it in there, because it implies I'm... like, that I actually know what I'm doing when it's, like, almost non-existent. I think Team 2 is the one... or we'll talk about which I find most attractive. But what's the point of Spain? Well, Spain is... The point of Spain is there's really kind of, in my opinion, there's like 1 through 4 countries, 5 through 8 countries, and then the rest. But Spain has subjects. You can form Iberia if it ends up being 2 sessions long, which is pretty significant. And you have in Navarra, you have an actual very, very strong state because they get a 20% throughput bonus on iron. So this is quite strong. And so this is the main idea. We have to make sure we keep this open, because otherwise the thing won't show correctly. But this is kind of the main idea. The point of Spain is Spain without the S, actually. France and Spain might be able to expand in Africa really hard, since they have non-overlapping expansion routes. This is also an idea. You have, like, kind of... You can pick between Belgium and Spain, I think, in roughly speaking, or Sardinia, with the idea of forming Italy. I think forming Italy is a little bit harder if you don't have Austria on your team. If you have Austria on your team, for example, if it was France, Austria, then I think Sardinia, Piedmont looks better. And I think if you don't have France, then Belgium probably looks better. But I think that we'll be seeing the team 1, almost always having both France and Spain in X. Because I think you don't want to draft Belgium if you have France, because you get claims on Belgium anyways. And you don't want to... Yeah, and then you're in a bit of a weird spot. Ooh, am I blocking someone's... I hope I wasn't blocking someone's Russia pick. But yeah, we have the teams here. Spain is from... the point is from the Holy Roman Empire. The truth hurts. I don't think you can, though. To me, between 1 and 3, went with USA and France combo. I think that... so, in regards to, like, inter-market migration, Team 1 has no tricks. And right now it's very overtuned. But I think France is overall kind of the best pick, which is why it's going to be first picked every time. And so this leaves an interesting position because, if you had Russia or Austria, these also have a lot of pops, but you have USA without really very many people to feed them pops. And so, it is a bit of an interesting consideration. We will let everyone know. We see some negotiation between teams already. Are you guys having technical difficulties?
Who? Who's having technical difficulties?
Or are you guys selecting up all your teams? You guys are all in one team chat. So are you having technical difficulties?
We're talking. We're
negotiating.
Diplomacy.
So I would like to get the opening 5 minutes started, considering the stream started late.
Oh, okay.
So if everyone could select their country, that would be great.
I'm selected. So everyone
TKM, I'm gonna text you on Discord.
Hey, can you guys select your countries so we can get started?
Yeah, but there's like 3 people still not in the game for me.
There's 3 people not in the game for you?
In the lobby screen, there's except you, there's only 6 others.
Oh,
is that correct?
That's just you.
Everyone.
No, that's just you.
Me.
Yeah. So, could you try exiting the lobby and rejoining the lobby?
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I think there's some desync then for me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was waiting on everyone. That's why I wasn't doing it.
And Woyo, can you select your team? Or whoever Wojte is? Isn't that you?
Yes, I am. So I have
Select
to...
Austria. Austria.
And then we should be good to go. Loud helicopter outside. Love to hear it.
Ideal.
It is ideal. Based. All
So
right.
so I can select Russia and click start, yeah?
Just select Russia. I'll click start.
Am I
Or yeah,
am I clicked
select
into
him.
Russia now or no?
No, I don't see you.
So
Click start. Try clicking start then.
okay. Am I in now?
Yeah, you're in now. Perfect.
Yes, you are.
All right.
I see you.
Okay.
Then I will start the full shebang. Thank you. And of course, EIC does not need to be released at game start here. And so we are going to set a 5-minute timer. Players have 5 minutes pre-unpause action to do all the things they need to do, which is kind of not a lot of time, but, you know, it is what it is, because we got to get this show on the road, baby. That's just showbiz, baby. Interested to see how Prussia wants to build Germany with Team 2 having Austria. Yeah, so this is, you can make the smaller Germany, but, you know, Austria can try and get Hesse-Kassel in their market, and, you know, but here's the thing is, UK can now transfer Hanover very easily to Prussia, which is why this is a really nice pairing. UK just declares a war, Prussia asks for a reverse sway to transfer Hanover, and UK just accepts. And so Hanover being very securely in the market, there's not too much you can do to mess with them. Did someone unpause? God damn it. Alright, well. Japan weebs all left the chat. Sad. Sell. I think Japan is useful if you want to drain pops. Japan feeding pops is maybe interesting. They do have 30 million pops, but I'm not sure. I guess you could draft Japan over Spain on this particular patch for this reason, but once they fix it so you can't get your start on no migration controls, I think it'll be a lot worse. And so, yeah. If there was no France-Spain duo, would that leave a presumable Spain AI to be attacked by the UK through Gibraltar? Yes, if you wanted to, but it's generally a lot of infamy to go for Spain provinces, and so often so in this multiplayer, you generally don't want to go over 100 infamy because you often will get cut down to size if your team is in the current lead. Hello?
Have the 5 minutes begun yet?
Yes, the 5 minutes have begun. There's 3 remaining.
Okay.
And so this is something. So Generalist moved his house from next to the highway, next to the airport. Fact. This is how we transcend. This is how we upgrade, improve. What is it? Improvise, something, adapt. Will we see an opium war? Probably not. Or if we see an opium war, it'll be a 6v3. You should expect to see either but I think landing will be extremely difficult. Right now, everyone starts out with all infantry armies at game start, so I think it would be suicidal or unallogicidal, rather, to make a sort of play where you're a highly offensive play at game start. I think this is a bad idea. We might see a lot of pie thumbing, except Tired Star's not in the game. Notably, we can just talk about it real quick. We have the first, third, and fourth place players from last season. The first place player, Paul, is on Great Britain here. The third place player from last season, who is TMK. I think he's Lieutenant Potato, if I recall correctly. In terms of his handle, he's on the USA. We also see Dara Blue, who did well last season. He's on Spain. And then I think the 4th place player is on the EIC here. And so the 3rd and 4th place player are on, Team 3. Or sorry, the first and 4th place player is on Team 3. And then we do see, no, Lackey wasn't 4th. Tim was 4th. Tim is on France here. And so we will see a bit of a thing. Let's see the results from this poll. People seem to think that Team 3 is the winner. Team 3, I think, has the most synergy. Very excited to see if... I'm expecting more nominal GDP growth by a considerable margin from Team 2, but the question is, can they do the percentage growth high enough? And this is an interesting one. I think Russia and Qing are really good for ecoing, and I think you're going to get to eco up a lot harder than, kind of previously. We got 40 seconds before on pause. I think you're going to get to eco up a lot harder than previously because everyone starts with all infantry, and so you can't mess with the people as much on this 1.5.5 beta. And so this is the thing. Can I ask, why does UK not suck all Indian pops when they're in the same market? They will on this patch, but on normal patches they do not, because they start with migration controls. And so in normal patches, they start on migration controls, and so it doesn't let any discriminated pops migrate. It does let English pops migrate, because English pops are not discriminated against, but generally the English pops in the EIC are all like landowners and stuff. We have the timer, and so we will be off on our way, speed 4, unless the hard times immediately are here. And so we will, of course, do our classic go beer strat of rushing analytic philosophy. The truth hurts. It hurts even more if you're in philosophy. So, yeah. And so we are going to see if there are any opening wars and this type of stuff, and see if they've declared wars before game starts. Funny side note, I agree. I noticed it was way easier to win Mexican-Texas war as Texas due to how they changed the military in the game. It is way easier. TM was second. Oh, TM was second? I apologize. Lieutenant Potato on the USA was second. Now, I think he would have such a big chance to pop off in this game if USA had a pairing that had a bit more pops. But we might see Spain join USA's market, and, we might see a siphoning off of the pops in, like, let's say, the Philippines and Cuba and this sort of thing. Let's kind of quickly go through it, see if Team 1 is up to no good. Team 1, we do not see any wars currently being declared by France. Let's take a look at USA. We see no wars yet. And Spain, we also see, it looks like, no wars. We see a lot of improved relations. You generally want to have positive relations with your allies, but not super, super positive. And, you want to have middling relations with everyone, because this does affect who you can declare war on. To some extent, it's a little bit easier now in 1.5. But also, if you have hostile with anyone, you cannot join them in a positive way. We will get loyalists. Let's see if Russia is up to no good. Russia, no wars. Wow, this is a very peaceful start. We do see a war against Punjab, conquer Punjab, which makes a whole lot of sense, getting in there before Qing can. Of course, Punjab, it's all about GDP growth, and if you look at Punjab, if you just look at the individual state, there's an enormous amount of GDP here, so this will be a 7 million GDP growth. This is also one of the great strengths of the EIC, is you have a lot of low infamy just annexations you can do, and you annex your entire interior, and so EIC notably pairs really well with France and UK and Russia, because with all of those, you can end up as a subject, and if you're a subject, you don't have to get the minus 20% penalty or 20% penalty to radicals if you are released from a country. You get the breaking of the fellowship, as it were. And so we see that kind of starting out. No wars from Austria, and now we have the UK, the EIC, who we see is in a war. The UK is not in a war. And Prussia, let's see if Prussia's started a play. Nope, no plays have been started, so relatively peaceful, except for Grau Para and Piratini will be dicing up Brazil, as is the 1.5 beta special. You love to see it. I'll be curious to see if anyone goes from Bolivia, which I think is quite strong, but a little bit spooky because of the migration changes. If you don't have a lot of migration attraction, like let's say Russia, if we take a look at like Kyiv, we probably don't have a lot of migration attraction, right? We have none, and we have a ton of pops. So if you were to play Russia and subjugate Bolivia, they would actually siphon off a huge amount of pops from you, which is perhaps something that's dangerous. And so it really creates this interesting sort of situation where maybe you don't want to go after certain people because you getting your pops slurped off, milkshake drinking style, will prevent you from really being able to, how should I say, it'll lower your GDP. And so going after Persia, which does have unused arable land, which is going to give it migration attraction, because Persia got massively buffed in this regard, is maybe going to be a consideration on this patch, because you can see here, more migration attraction. Brazil has taken a beat. Welcome to a 1.5 beta, where the AI is Brazil cannot win this war at the game start. So they almost always lose to at least one of these guys, often two. Although in my last few games I've seen it only happen with one. Very curious to see, I'm curious how much these guys are reforming their armies. I don't think there's a good way for us to check just how many cannons they have, other than like trying to look at their eco, or we can look and see what's consuming how many goods. But you can see this is all small arms, so these are all on skirmish infantry. If we take a look, maybe in London here, we see no one is building up any cannons yet, which of course makes sense because you want to increase your construction before you do anything else, and so we'll see some of that. Let's look at some law passes that are maybe coming through here. Let's start with France, because I'm expecting to see a really early laissez-faire. You are there trying to preserve interventionism, so that means they're trying to pass LF, right? And they do kind of have the two companies slotted in at game start. France is, of course, being piloted by Tim, very strong player. We have USA. Is USA trying to pass anything? We don't see any political movements. Let's see. Oop, we see a pause by Darablu. Little accidental pause. You love to see it. I don't think they're passing anything currently. You generally don't want to get revolutions, and so this is a reason to not go after slavery. However, you can abolish slavery very easy by having your ally declare on you for banned slavery, and you just back down. And so this is a simple sort of thing. The USA, as Spain. Let's see if we got any. We don't have any political movements to preserve anything. I forget exactly how you check which law they're currently passing, other than looking here. And if they have two of the same thing, you know that they're trying to pass that law. So, for example, if they had no colonial affairs, then colonial exploitation, you would know that they're trying to pass it. And the same thing over here. We don't see legacy slavery, and we don't see interventionism and laissez-faire. So we know those are not the two passes that are currently going in right now. We expect to see Russia do the trick to get the landowner to be, market liberal. So we'll expect to see serfdom and laissez-faire out of them pretty early on. We'll see what we can do. Let's see. Oh, I actually have to... Yeah, I have to actually not have a revolution and get annexed, because otherwise we will have to rehost. So we'll just pass local police force. Yeah, that would be embarrassing. Let's see, Qing. Qing kind of expecting to see. They're not getting off poor laws at the start. This is generally kind of. Oh wait, they are preserve poor laws. Perfect. Strong play so far by everyone in regards to that. We'll look at local economies in a second as well. We see a movement to enact appointed bureaucrats. Kind of. I don't see anything here that they are currently passing. And we see UK. Let's take a look. UK can go on to laissez-faire relatively easy. I don't think we are seeing it passed because we don't see both of these in here. They are using British Steel Consortium off the start and hoping to get that 10 state construction efficiency. Now, prosperity bonuses will be a lot harder to get in multiplayer, so that's going to be interesting. And we do see premium metalworks here, which gives, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be giving them the lead and iron availability, so that'll be good for them. EIC is not yet done with their war. Oh wait, did they lose their... Wait, what? Why did they not take Punjab? Did they lose? What happened? Did you lose, my guy? What? They do start out with a really strong military. He does have a whole bunch of truces, and it looks like, yikes, the EIC somehow lost a war at game start. And it's possible that... So the Sikh Empire, here's the thing. You start out with all infantry, right? The Sikh Empire starts out with a really big army. I think that they were not really taken into account that it is very, there's no way you push all infantry into here without any help. And so they did lose that. If they didn't get any help from their allies, it definitely makes a lot of sense, but it looks like they're going to go after Hybridad, but they are going to have a rough go of things, paying out war reps to the Sikh Empire. And there's not a very good way to avoid these war reps, and so this is going to be an enormous percentage of their taxable income, getting paid out. Players do have to pause when they join against another player. We see Conquer State in North Germany against Denmark, which I'm assuming is going to be the Prussia player, going after Schleswig-Holstein to finish that question and look to liberate Germany. Haven't seen any PvP aggression here at game start. Why don't folks go after Transvaal? I do not know. I see it not happen anywhere near as much as I think it should, going after Transvaal in-game, so... having a moderate landowner is really good because you can get what's called an abolitionist. Yes, but this is... You cannot re-roll anything in multiplayer, right? So this is one of the disadvantages. Brazil manages to win against Grau-Para, and I'm guessing they're going to lose to Piratini here. And so, yep. In the event that slavery gets banned by an ally, does the Civil War trigger? I don't think so. Do you think puppeting is still worth it since it takes multiple wars? We are going to try in this season play a lot of games over the course of multiple sessions. We're going to try and play 2 session games. However, if in just a singular session, it's not going to be worth it that much. We see Spain, Weewoos for the car outside, we see Spain going for Portugal here, which makes a whole lot of sense. The reason being, of course, you can eventually form Iberia. Now, if it gets to 2 sessions, you can form Iberia, but you do need pan-nationalism, so we would need to get a very long single session, but expect to see Spain go for, pan-nationalism, or just annex Portugal kind of the old way. The old ways. When I play Ottomans, I just exile the moderate landowner. Yes, but you have to remember you can't re-roll an MP. Sometimes you get lucky and get market liberal. I don't think they start out... Then you must not be exiling him at game start. I don't think they start out with a powerful industrialist. You need a demarginalized industrialist to roll landowner, and you need to have research stock exchange. And I think both are not the case at game start, but abolitionist is great though. He didn't do the defend first until they get soft. Yes, so this is how you would have to try and fight the AI. The AI will push into you, and then you just zip through their morale. A player will not push into you. This is the thing. Oh damn, oh sorry. I'm not sure what you're apologizing for, but no worries. Unless you said something crazy. Crazy. We are going to pass local police force, which of course is something we don't care about at all. Discord within the armed forces, yeah, sure. Let's take a little bit of a look-see. Ooh, Spain's going after Morocco, so that's exciting. Let's take a look at Lancashire, expecting to see this place getting built up quite a bit. I don't think we've seen any iron mines actually added here. Where are you building, my guy? We are seeing buildings happen in Yorkshire. Do we have any sort of... Well, I guess Yorkshire is fine, too. You want to place... because of Mappy, you're going to want to place your construction sectors, of which now there's 15 in Yorkshire, in the same place where you build your mines. Would not be surprised to see the UK swap to the mining... or they're already on the mining consortium, so maybe they started in Yorkshire for the reason that they had more iron mines there to start, which would be reasonable, and then with the plan to transition to more Lancashire later. Lancashire is a little bit better overall, but yeah, do want to see some chops out of them. We also have the EIC, which is struggling for Team 3 in regards to, having to pay this out. It is going to be a little bit of a... Yeah, that's going to be uncomfortable over the course of 5 years. But if we take a look at the cultures map mode, we haven't seen it yet, but we are expecting to see a flood into the, kind of these markets. And I'm curious to see if Prussia is in the UK's market. No, they are not. I guess they can't do the unification unless they have their own market. We see Qing still in its own market, which I think is a bit of a miss. I think you want them either in the Russian or the Austrian market. Qing, let's see if they've gotten recognition yet. They have gotten recognition from one of their allies, which now makes it difficult for you to get inside of a market. And so, notably, if you are unrecognized, and this might be something you see a little bit in multiplayer, if you're unrecognized, this might be a good thing now, because you can, you can puppet, you can do your tributary, and then you can upgrade to vassal, and then annex. And this is only 2 wars. We see a pause by the Russia player, which I'm guessing, if it's a long pause, or it is a long pause, and there is not a thing in the diplo play, so game is froze from El Sup. Alright, so we have our first rehost difficulty, so we will take a save for on Goldbeer. Hello? So the game is frozen for which player?
For me and Wojtek.
You and Wojtek? Alright, we're gonna rehost.
Yeah.
So we're gonna rehost.
And it's also the same day, by the way. I don't know how that works.
It's rehosting on the same day? Wait, what?
No, we're both frozen on the same day.
Okay, we're gonna rehost either way. So I'm going to join up on one of the teams and ask them what they thought about the draft, to give you guys some entertainment. Let's see. You guys thought Team 3 won the draft, so let's join theirs. Okay, so while we are restarting, I thought I would get your guys' opinion on the draft. Who do you think, what did you guys think of the draft? How do you think you did? This sort of thing?
The draft was actually pretty good.
You thought the draft was good? Did you think anyone made any major mistakes?
No, not really.
I think Russia should have picked Prussia, to be honest. Not like Austria should have picked Prussia instead of, Austria.
I think that would have been reasonable, yeah. I think that,
and Germany.
I'm wondering what Java has been doing in Team 1 the entire time.
Probably organizing
I don't think
their
we
downfall.
have Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think we have the strongest picks
So
out of the total.
What? So the Punjab War, what happened?
Lacking isn't used to 1.5.
I'm not sure what happens, but it's just I don't have much experience with 1.5 yet, and
that makes.
I think that's the reason why things went bad.
If you want, for those wars, if it's even like close, you can't push like infantry into infantry very easily.
Yeah, probably, but I just don't have enough experience with 1.5 yet.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I will try again. It's just a 5-year truce.
So what you can do, well, I guess I shouldn't offer too much advice, but this is also like the beta is like weird. What you can do is you can defend initially until they exhaust their morale and then push. And this is how you would do it.
That's what I intended to do, but I didn't find the button where to defend. Did they change something about it? And that was what I struggled with. I wasn't able to put my armies on defensive.
Oh, interesting. That might be a bug.
Oh, that's possible because I just didn't know where it was.
Yeah, just in the interface. That makes sense.
Yeah, an interface issue.
Did you did you consider drafting Xing instead of EIC?
Oh, we did, but the idea of Britain and ESC together seemed stronger.
I have bad experience with that last time that our team didn't take EIC while I was Britain. So.
Did you guys consider USA Xing?
That we did not consider.
I thought that was an interesting one, given what migration looks like at this exact moment in 1.5.5.
Actually, I think I mentioned it, but we didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah, I think that would have been a combo that works now, but maybe doesn't work on 1.5.6. But I also think that, the UK EIC is, like, pretty good, especially you're going to get a ton of annexes through your subjects. And I think this will be strong.
Yeah. I mean, Lackinger mentioned that he has not much experience in 1.5, so giving him a nation that doesn't do much seemed also...
ESC is one of the hardest countries to play, though.
I don't think it is in the 3v3 format, as they basically have one job only, and that is to annex their subjects and not rebel.
That's fair. That's definitely a fair one.
You can't expect much from them in a war because their barracks don't fill up.
Right, because the discrimination. You can also...
And they don't have many resources, so we can't expect much from self-growth.
If you release all your subjects, you can do Bengal instead, but this is perhaps
No one has tried with it.
Huh?
Is it possible to release your subjects after you've already annexed most of it? And then still play Bengal, or...
You can start annexing some of them and then switch to Bengal, which maybe makes sense.
I will consider it.
I'm not sure exactly how it works. We got PMs from people.
Oh wait, Dragon Lacking, I have you guys restart your entire game, because it's kind of necessary, so it doesn't happen again as soon.
Yeah, I asked everyone to restart. Alright.
Russia.
Well, I am going to go back into org as people come in, and I'm also going to look at the eco. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to well, actually it's only been 1 year into the game, so I was going to update everyone's GDP, but I think that this is interesting. If you are currently in game, do not, or you are not allowed to watch the stream. If you are listening in, you cannot listen in. I don't think I have this explicitly in the rules. I need to put it in the rules, but we do have a bit of a cheeky agreement between Team 1 and 2 that they have a defensive pact, and they have some, stuff that they are trading in exchange for it. But this is going to make it so that this looks much like an eco game unless Team 3 gets a little frisky. And generally speaking, Team 3, Paul, who is currently on the UK, is generally not very frisky, and so we might see a very civil eco game from these teams in this kind of thing up until the very end, depending on how late things go. The agreement is for 10 years, and so depending on how performance is, we might or may not get to 10 years, and so this is a bit of an interesting stuff. They're also trading some treaty ports and some agreements over territorial dispute type things, but this is kind of the thing. Is everyone in? The real question is, can Generalist count? Dangerous. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wojte is not yet selected his country, but we are going to ask if everyone is ready once that all is kind of there. I'm surprised France and Russia don't stop Prussia from taking Denmark. Well, so here's the thing. With 3 teams of 3, it's not a zero-sum game anymore. If you get bogged down in a long war, the team that isn't fighting is generally going to be the winner here, right? And so, here, let's kind of switch this overlay back to, or it is on score. But the team that is not fighting will often be the beneficiary of wars. So, I'm asking if everyone's ready, but you will maybe not want to, fight over something that's small, and so this is a bit of a thing. We see Team 1 ready, Team 2 ready, and Team 3 is ready, so we will be unpaused and away. We are a little bit curious on how performance looks on 1.5. This might be a little bit rough overall, but we will see. I wonder if Paul will go free trade. I hope he does. I imagine he does. Let's take a look at his current situation. There's a movement to enact presidential republic. Definitely don't do that on the UK, but that's true. I think Russia and Austria should have vested interest in stopping Prussia get the German states. I think every team has an interest in, or the 2 other teams have an interest in Prussia not doing well, but I'm not sure this is something worth 6v3ing over. Of course, we have seen both Prussia and Austria historically in 1.3 do extraordinarily well, so this is maybe a thing that players are sleeping on. Kind of similar to how after the first couple sessions, everyone kind of identified Xing as this enormous kind of problem, and so, you know, in terms of GDP growth, and that was when we were scoring entirely on nominal GDP growth, and so it's maybe a thing where you know, in the same way people go to attack Xing at game start, maybe they want to do this other thing. We get local police force, hell yeah, brother. But mostly think it's a bonus because 15 construction that is present while building the state, and it's nice to focus mines there. Yes, but they don't start with 15 construction sectors in Yorkshire here, if this is what you're referring to. And instead, but I think they decided to put the construction sectors there because there were more iron mines here at game start, and so this makes sense. Super Germany is very, very scary. Yeah, we have seen a Mega Germany form once, when both Prussia and Austria were on the same team, in which case it's basically not that easy to stop unless you stop the Schleswig-Holstein thing, and you will get the full annex of everything. And, you know, this might be a strategy to form Central Europe as well, because it'll allow you to go after Belgium or use Belgium tech or this type of thing. You might even want to release, you know, the United Netherlands, this type of thing. Team 3's composition distinctly highlights a German policy for the long term. Yes, I think the UK plus Prussia makes a lot of sense on the grounds that North German Fed does get a lot more. I don't know, I think Austria was drafted before Prussia, but North German Fed will notably benefits a lot more from percentage GDP growth as a result of this Hanover situation. And so I really like Team 3's comp. We can maybe look at some of the... Let's look at France's GDP to see if it's moved very much. I think they start with... They have 32 million. What did they start with? And they started with 25 million. Hot damn, that's a come up. So I think we will actually update people's GDP. So we will get a little bit of a different thing looking on the score. So we see France is up to 31.4, up from 25.2. Ah, no. Mismatch found in wars. Alright, so... No, this is the worst. I don't think if I give it time it'll resync, so... Yeah. Okay. Someone on pause, and we rehost. Okay. So maybe 1.5. I was told by several people that 1.5 was stable. Oh. Game's not responsive to? Or just auto-exited? Alright. Well, I was told that the game was very, very stable by several sources. And perhaps those sources lied. But let's catch up with chat a little bit here. Team 3's, I imagine Team 1 will leverage Africa, but I don't know what Team 2 goes for. Team 2 is going for the I have a million pops play, I think, fundamentally speaking. But why don't we jump in with Team 1 and see what they thought of the draft.
I'll get some thoughts.
Hey guys. So, just dropping in to give chat a little bit of inkling what you guys thought of the draft. I'll also try to keep an eye on the chatters if they have any specific questions for you guys.
And so much pain from the Diplo. Yes. Yes.
The Diplo, your guys' agreement was very convoluted. It was like treaty ports.
Do you know about the agreement with Paul?
The agreement with Paul? I don't think one was sent to me. Or,
we were talking about it, right? So,
well,
hey Java.
Are you guys talking sensitive information and should I leave? Or?
No.
Well, so there's this game theory. There's this game theory idea of protecting information. If we were talking about sensitive information, then we could not tell you that we were talking about sensitive information, right?
Oh, yeah, some like CIA tactics on
You
Generalist.
need to balance your range.
Non-disclosure agreement, my man here. We're sorry, have to push you out of here. Nah.
He's asking about our part of the deal and the fucking deal, bitch.
Paul does want to attack us. He did message me about attacking me.
He messaged you about attacking you? What a gentleman.
About attacking me, yeah. He's really confused about what's going on in China, so... Thanks, Java.
I love making Paul confused. I also made him confused when we played CK3 and I killed him immediately the game started. Now he doesn't like me anymore, so that...
Java, did you see how much like he was jumping in and out of our chat? Like, he was like, every time we did something in China, he would like jump in, ask about it, and we'll have to like kick him out.
We might, I mean, so initially the negotiation channel was for that type of thing, but then everyone just started jumping in each other's team chat, but maybe we'll have to make it a rule that you can't. We would need a diplomat for each team.
Yeah.
Well, diplomat, at this point, it's really hard to play the game when you're jumping between Discord and 53. Like, I haven't been managing my country at all because most of my game has been on Discord.
Well, then we can make it a, 4v4v4 where one country plays as the diplomat.
Yeah,
I think but the negotiations are usually like fluid. So like somebody says something, someone suggested something else, and then someone says something else. If you have diplomats, it really like stunts that.
Yeah, but the diplomat's functionally only job is to swap between chats.
Also, Generalist, wouldn't you say I'm a goofball for giving France a fucking half into Cheng? That's stupid.
Giving them
but
what?
I'm giving them Korea. I'm giving France Korea, which is dumb as fuck.
As Ching?
In exchange for us not going in against you, that's a good deal.
I mean, you would just take Korea and everything else I have. So,
I mean, I can't.
No one takes
I
Korea
can't
when
comment on whether or not I think it's a good idea. I think inappropriate.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, it's not bad. Like I can survive without Korea.
Yeah, the land there is good, but.
Yeah, but you don't really need it. I have a lot of states that I can just build up in.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry at all of any wars, so I can just focus on myself.
Alright,
I'm so zen right now.
Turn your army around and fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to be fucked in the ass. So.
I just want to play the game, but I'm stuck here in Discord talking to everyone. I just want to manage my country. I haven't even done that.
TMK yearns for the single player. Is in disarray. After 20 minutes of multiplayer, he yearns for the single player experience.
No,
it's been like 15 minutes and we've already desynced twice. It's gonna be a fun day.
Yeah, I asked around and nobody said multiplayer was terrible. Everyone said it was great. Although, is the same person just desyncing? Is it the same person?
It was.
No. But my teammate is like my Wojtek is lagging a lot.
Is he the? Is it?
Might have to replace him.
Okay.
Maybe he's gone. No. Does anybody know Wojtek the book? I'm thinking of that like all the time, but no.
Also, did you see IC failing to win against Punjab?
I did. That's a result of having no cannons at game start.
Oh, did you lose against Punjab?
Yeah.
Yes. You should ask mommy for help.
Mommy UK.
Yeah, that's. I mean, definitely. I think they even tried to defend and then push, which is like what you're supposed to do. But. I think, let's see, I'll sub team, let's see, which team, we just have to hear from team 3? Or I will go investigate. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
So, yeah.
We will start and get off and away. We are going to try speed 3 and see if that helps.
Oh yeah.
We're going to see if speed 3 helps. The literal Diplo play? Yeah, so I think that the problem is we would have to then get 12 players, which is a little bit more difficult. 180 years, K-pop will blow up and you'll miss the GDP from it. This is facts. I mean, my opinion on whether or not to give up, I think that giving up Korea is maybe reasonable in a context where everyone doesn't have only infantry. With the only infantry context, I think you can defend as Great Qing. But also, I'm a fan of telling people to kick rocks, so I might have, even if it's not good, I think I would generally probably think it's better than it, like, is objectively speaking. My Vic 3 is becoming the same thing as Hoi 4. You want the Spanish-German co-op? How's the 3v3v3 been going, asked DC? Not good. We are going to try and run speed 3, but so far we have had 2 desyncs. I think it's been by the same player, and so we might have to sacrifice them to the chat. If the same player desyncs again, we might sacrifice them to the chat. Landing China is hard, but it's if you already have front, it's so easy to kill it. Not as easy. So currently, if we look at our army, which is going to be all infantry right now, because every army starts all infantry, and we haven't built anything, we will see that we have 10 offense and 15 defense. Skirmish infantry have 15 offense and like 35 defense. So we have the same offense and defense. Or they have the same offense as we have defense. So you really need to build up a military before this is possible. But we do see speed 3, damn, yeah, the truth hurts, but we're gonna... we're gonna try it for performance. We do see a few wars coming in. You know, we see Persia getting gone after, and I think, is that French occupation? No, it's Spanish occupation. That must be part of their Morocco play. We are going to update the GDPs, though. So, as we had started doing, France is up to 31 million from 25. USA is up to 20 million from 18.2 for a little bit of a come up. Spain started at 8.9, and they are 9.2, so a little bit of a come up, not as big as France. France's come up is actually quite large, you know, relatively speaking. Russia is up to 35.8 from 34 point something. I can't read. They're up 1.7 million, which is a decent amount. Great Qing starts at 126 million. They're up to 139, so up 13 million, which of course is the great power of Great Qing. They can grow the GDP generally very well. And Austria is up to 22.8 from 20.2. Let's take a look at the UK and Team 3. They're up to 35 million from 29.8. So UK really doing well. Generally, you can add a lot of construction because what you're getting paid, and they are getting paid from the EIC, so they eat some of the EIC's potential to grow. The EIC is up 12 million, though, from 51.7 to 63, which, of course, is on the back of a ton of annexes, which is, you know, kind of one of their unique features that they can engage in. And Prussia, we see up from 12 million to 13.9 million. And so we have now a little bit of a scoring with Team 3 out in first place. We will kind of screen cap this and put this in the chat just to give everyone an idea. I guess we didn't vote whether or not we were going to have this count for league points, so I guess we're going to have it count, because that, I think, is the assumption. But it's obviously, there are some issues here, you know, in regards to both performance. I don't think we're going to get as deep as we would like, giggity, and in terms of game length. But what about game girth? This is truly the question. But we will instead be getting in... and so we might not get 10 years, we might get 6 years, we might get 7 years. We'll see how things go, but currently we do see, you know, Team 3 out in front here with 7.31 league points if the game were to end right now. They have a GDP growth of, I hope you guys can see the things. Yes, you guys can see the things. They have a GDP growth total on the team of 18 million, but they have a smaller starting GDP with the EIC than like Great Qing. And EIC being able to annex people, maybe this is a huge advantage in the format now, because overall economies are slower, and annexation is fast, and also you can no longer puppet to annex, you instead have to protectorate, dominion, puppet, annex. So you have to do 4 stages, and so it takes 20 years to, you know, take all of Mexico, for example, instead of just 10 years, you know, in terms of, or just 5 years actually, where you just puppet 5 years annex, so it's like 5 or 6 years. And so maybe this represents a significant advantage, not only for, you know, the EIC, but also for the UK, because the UK can annex Cape Colony. You know, they can merge Australia and annex Australia. They can merge, you know, Canada and annex Canada, these sorts of things, while also siphoning off pops from them. Speaking of siphoning off pops, very excited to see if we start seeing, you know, the Tamil people start to, Bihari, I think that's Indian, as in, you know, Indian from here. And it's it'll be curious to see if we see massive migration events occurring. But this is the current state of, you know, the scores. And with the defensive pact, with, you know, Team 1 and 2, this means that, you know, maybe we see Team 1 and 2 go after Team 3 as well. So, can we show the laws of Russia? Yes, we can. They are on homesteading now, and they do have what I assume is, they do have the right guy for the job, the market liberal leader, who I assume is the leader of the things, so they are getting quickly, I assume they will quickly get onto laissez-faire following this. In the event that I want people to play as diplomats, how would one sign up to do that, though? I guess you could sign up Diplo only. I think the diplomat would still have a country, but they would have the last pick of their thing, and they would sit instead. Their job would be primary, or maybe we wouldn't even give them a country. This would be something to be discussed. But have players changed something already? Yeah, homesteading is a big change from serfdom, and they're going to go, I assume, for laissez-faire. I'm not sure why they're not passing it right now, but maybe there is a reason that I'm not privy to. But homesteading is going to be quite good here. Maybe they're a little bit more focused on the war and microing. We do see the Ottomans are getting carved up. Let's take a look at maybe where everyone is going at war. It seems that Speed 3 seems to be helping. We see universal suffrage as after laissez-faire. Laissez-faire is very, very strong out the gate, and you can do it with the Orleanist unique ideology that you have on a bunch of people in France, which is going to help out quite a lot, you know, and give them access to now 3 companies. We see food, French Home Good Consortium, and paper. But unfortunately, we don't see any iron mines. We don't see mines or wood here, so perhaps they're not pushing that. Rhone is, I think, in my opinion, the best place to build up, and we don't see a level 11 in Rhone. How about Alsace-Lorraine? We don't see a level iron or wood in Alsace-Lorraine, and so once you get the level 11s pushed up, then you can do this thing, but you can't do it otherwise. Would really love to see their construction, but the viewer tool doesn't allow us to see this. This is probably one of the more important metrics, being able to see a country's construction, and it's currently not in the game. But that is France. Let's take a quick look. Oh, are you at war? I guess they're a part of that war. USA, let's see what they're up to. Once they research nationalism, they can go for... They go for Piratini. What's this? Conquer... Okay, I guess they're just going for some dirt here. Fair enough, I suppose. Just going for this and this. It has relatively low population. It makes some sense. Okay. That's interesting. I haven't seen anyone go for Zulu or Gaza and then into Transvaal. I guess maybe they don't want to invade Gaza. That would make some sense. And then we have Spain, which is still in the Morocco War in terms of what they're doing. Navarra is a very strong state in Spain, getting a huge throughput bonus on iron mines. Let's see, does Spain have any companies slotted in currently? No, they do not. We have Russia, Qing, and Austria all on one team. Let's take a look at what they're doing. Russia's going after Persia. They're doing a pretty good job of it. They get a landing in right here. Expecting to see them make more forward progress. Qing has given up Korea. And they're going after Oman. Interesting. This will give them a bunch of native interests, which is going to be useful. They can also build a lot of ships. I think, especially in the 2-session metagame, building a lot of ships this Qing will look really good, because your ships are just as good as the British ships. And as Navy gets better, you know, and you can raid convoys and this type of thing to really collapse economies, it will look quite a bit better, I think, in my opinion. For Qing to... The big barrier to entry on Navy is money, and they have a lot of money, so this will be interesting to see moving forward in the format. Austria, let's see, do you have any companies in? They do not currently have any companies. I think one of the better places to build is Bohemia. Let's see, take a look. We do not see anything over level 11. I think, is it East Slovenia that's really good as well? There's a few places that are really good. It's not East Slovenia. Zebekes, Northern Transylvania. Not sure exactly where they're building here, but we're also not that deep into the game, so let's keep looking. And then we have the UK, EIC, and Prussia. Looks like they're not a part of that, and looks like, what is this? Increase Cape colonies, or annex Cape colonies. So this is what we were talking about. Definitely going to be a source of GDP, and this might be one of the better sources of GDP, because if we take a look at Cape Colony, you know, GDP is less than 1 million. I guess it's a decent amount of infamy, but it's one of the better sources, I think, potentially, because they're going to have a lot of gold here throughout the game, as the game goes on. And the presence of gold is nice, and also you can colonize up into here after annexing them. And not only this, after annexing them, you can start getting into Orania, which is going to be, one of the better things. So it's probably better than taking Zulu. Just annexing Cape Colony is probably going to be, a thing. I noticed that with it, it's easier to go homesteading than switching to LAF from traditionalism on Russia. As long as you have serfdom, I don't think you can go laissez-faire. I think you would go laissez-faire first, but you can only go agrarianism, which I don't think is worth it. It might be worth it. This is possible. But I think that you cannot do this if you have... you cannot do this if you have serfdom still, is my understanding. We get a little pause for Dare Blue. Just people, slamming the spacebar button. I think that currently we get Prussia with a bit of a longer pause. That's not ideal. You do have to pause if you declare, if you join against PvP war, but we don't see that here. So we might have to see what that's I guess we get an unpause from him. I guess that was just a little bit of a mistake on their part. We do see teams negotiating in the Diplo, which is always sinister and insidious, of course, 100% of the time. Every time. 100% of the time, every time. We do see a little bit of a play. Has anyone joined? And so I guess we will inquire as to what this is about, because Paul is a bit of a veteran. So let's see.
Or maybe someone
May
under
I ask in what regard the pause is for?
Jamaica Tim lags
I
behind.
am disconnected.
Yeah,
DC?
Or even that. Yeah.
Oh.
Can we have someone else host? Someone closer to Tim?
I don't think that's probably will solve the case.
Mm.
I just have sometimes.
Well, no, but the first two were not you, so it might not be your internet.
Oh, right.
Right, it's
Okay.
not you doing it every time, right? We are going to...
No.
We're going to rehost and then have it hear what Team 2 has to say, because this is the only team we haven't joined yet. Okay, so we are rehosting you guys, but I wanted to know what you guys thought of the draft.
It's fine.
It's fine?
It's okay.
Pretty happy. Like, we have a strong military presence, and as I get the ball rolling with Qing, would be very hard to do anything against. Korea might not have been the best play.
We actually have a pretty big problem though, because on day one I asked a trade agreement for Austria.
It's not a problem anymore. It's not a problem anymore.
Pro the net, so I was clicking at second decline, so we
had -100 relations at the start of the game.
That is a little bit of
so
a
we
problem.
couldn't have joined any
Generalist.
wars.
Yeah,
but now
I'd say Team 1 is quite weak, except for France. Really holding them up right now.
Well, so I think that if I were to have a criticism of Team 1 is that they overall don't have a lot of pops, and they also have USA.
Yeah, I was about to say that USA is going to struggle a lot with pops.
But,
which is, they are very strong militarily and tech-wise.
You know, I think when you draft France, you expect to get Spain. And so if you think that Spain France X is weak, then you don't actually want to be the first draft anymore. Notably, the people on stream did not see this, but we rolled to see which Team Vanilla, Chocolate, and Strawberry, them to decide what team they wanted to be. And they chose Team 1, which is generally seen as, like, the strongest pick.
Yeah. I mean, like, France, Spain is not, like, weak, but it's gonna be, it takes a little while for Spain to do anything. As you said, pops is gonna be a very large issue for them. So like, in like 10 years, like, they'll struggle a lot with building anything.
We were also just speculating. Maybe Qing can now win the like a lot of the wars if it's not super coordinated, because
with Russia,
offense is just so low now.
Yeah, so skirmish infantry have 15 offense. Is kind of the biggest thing.
Nothing.
I'm expecting. This is why I think Qing is just insane in this particular patch.
I was so.
I didn't want to take the chance today.
Yeah, I think
I didn't want to take the chance doing that.
I think it would have been a reasonable first pick on Qing, but.
Yeah, me too.
Qing is like better now, especially if you like can get Russia. Because it will be very hard for anyone to land into you, so I might have made a mistake with making that defensive pack.
Well, you know, you have like supercharged growth also, so
yeah,
it's better not to be at war.
I won't. It would have been nice to have Korea, but I won't miss it, so to say. I have like a lot of good states, so.
Yeah, I don't think it's the biggest deal, but I can't.
No.
Well, I guess the deal's already made, so I can kind of comment on it. I think it's probably not. It's probably a mistake, but I don't think it's like the hugest mistake.
Yeah.
No,
also,
I think we should have waited with declaring recognition for the.
Well, I think
the deal of the first time was war reps and treaty ports for each of them.
They each
which
got
I had
treaty
actually
ports?
planned because, yeah, that was the first deal, but I couldn't give them that because they recognized me at the start of the game.
Oh, that would have been funny though, because if you get recognized, the treaty ports do nothing.
Yeah, we should have done that. We should have done that.
That's actually a good tactic for next time.
Yeah, if they don't watch the stream, if they don't watch the VOD.
Just don't day one recognize and then do it after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Pro move.
So
yeah, like if you see Portugal's treaty ports is inactive because their rank must be higher than great power. So
yeah,
that's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
Well, that would have been better. We should have waited.
Yeah, but it's hard to execute everything in real time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like worried because we have like it's the first season of the game, so we're kind of just testing waters.
Yeah.
Seeing what happens.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on.
And we only started the 5-minute prep 3 minutes into the 5 minutes because we didn't realize.
You didn't realize? Yeah, I posted 5 minutes in the Diplo.
Yeah. We just saw the other thing you posted.
We didn't know if it counted yet. You have to say the 5 minutes starts now. That's a lot more.
That's fair. I could have done that better.
No,
I still think we're in a very good position because I'm gonna get agrarianism stock exchange, and then I'm just gonna go for atmospheric and then line infantry.
Yeah,
it will be very hard to do anything
the moment you get
else.
stock exchange, it actually ups your GDP. So We see Team 1 is ready.
Yeah.
I assume you guys are all ready, so we just gotta hear Team 3.
Yep.
I'll check in with Team 3. Are you guys ready?
And Austria,
What's going on?
Are you guys ready to?
Wait. What?
Are you ready?
Prussia
Generalist.
versus the two powers.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Okay.
Alright.
Ready.
Off we go. And we will catch up with the chat. Also, might see a little bit of a spice. There is an agreement between Team 1 and 3 to have a war just to avoid the defensive pact. And that is spicy, especially because Team 3 is in first place. And so anytime Team 3 can negotiate anything where they will not be getting wrecked, then, you know, this will be good for them. So getting rid of serfdom, okay. Can you confirm you cannot swap to LF with serfdom enacted? That's what I thought. Average paradox multiplayer moment. I mean that after abolishing serfdom, it's very hard to not radicalize landowners when switching to LF. But the thing is their landowner leader is going to be this gentleman who's a market liberal. And so, he's going to support both until he dies. Then he won't, obviously. Russian landowners get more bonuses from peasant levies, traditionalism, hereditary bureaucracy. Yeah, it's harder to swap as Russia, except for the fact that you get this guy. Get an ambulance, not for me, basically. Isn't Russia can get young market liberal early? Yes, this is the guy. This is the man. This is the Chad. And so Russia actually can reform. Russia can get... There's two countries that can get laissez-faire really fast, and that's Russia and France. I guess Russia's maybe a little bit slower than, like, the UK. But France, with the Orleanists, can go it extremely fast. We get academia, baby. That means we can build a university. Everyone remembers the historic building of the University of Gobir. But hopefully we can progress another little bit. We are struggling here in regards to multiplayer, and so we will likely see this session will probably be in the neighborhood of 5 to 8 years. We're going to be ending in 2 hours is the plan, and so this is the current way of things. But I'm curious, you guys think, who do you think is going to win? Who wins from here? Because, okay, Team 1's not doing very well, but they have France, which once France gets rolling, once they get all the construction sectors up, they will be able to have a big come-up. Part of the come-up from the EIC is going to be exhausted here, which is, you know, part of the come-up is, well, it looks like they're having problems with Owada, but part of the come-up is annexing these guys, and this is going to slow down. And so there's this. Also, Great Qing is going to accelerate because they're going to get stock exchange, and also, you know, Russia is going to get stock exchange. I don't know if Austria starts out with stock exchange, but, you know, France and USA both start with stock exchange. And so this is maybe just making the argument for Teams 2 and Teams 1. You know, at last check-in, France was at... well, I mean, like, no time's passed, so they're probably at about the same. But they have the biggest percentage GDP growth out of anybody in France, and they haven't really gone to war yet, I don't think. They've just helped Spain out with their wars. You know, we haven't seen them take Constantine and Mascara and, you know, this. They might be going nationalism and taking Belgium. They will have some low infamy areas of ingress. You know, I'm still curious that no one's gone after Zulu, but now the UK can just go after Orania, you know, if gold has appeared here, which is going to be a boon, you know, for Team 3 here, which seems to be where you guys are thinking is going to win. And I think that Team 3 probably looks in the best shape at this point in time, but the paying the war reps to the Sikh Empire definitely hurts. But we'll see. I think that the UK's subjects are, in particular, are quite powerful because they're paying them money, and the UK can, of course, annex them like they did with Cape Colony here. And so, yeah. Rev might be necessary, yeah. I don't think MAPI affects GDP a lot, or am I wrong? I know it indirectly... it does affect GDP because it affects sell prices, right? If the sell price of the textile mill is lower, GDP is calculated on the basis of the output goods cost minus the input goods cost. And so if the input goods are more expensive and the output goods are cheaper, this will depress GDP. So it does affect GDP. But it's not like the most profound thing when you go from... The thing is like, very often, like, it has to really affect the local price a lot, which isn't necessarily going to be the case, right? And so it affects it a lot when there's a huge differential between the things. But it was specifically, like, with, thinking about Great Britain, it's going to affect, MAPI is going to greatly affect the profitability of all the textile mills they start with at the game start. Because what it will do is it will increase the price of, they're producing a glut. If we look at the local prices, they are producing a glut of the clothes, right? And so the local price is depressed, and so this depresses GDP. They are also taking like an absolute massive amount of stuff like fabric and silk and these types of things. And so it will help them quite a bit. Now with Qing, most of Qing's economy is not in buildings. Most of it's in sub-farms. And so it doesn't really help Qing as much, especially early on. But, when you start having to build construction sectors, in areas that don't have really good mapping, so not in the Manchurias. I'm assuming that this is kind of South Manchuria, and Yunnan is maybe where they're starting. You do see the 15-level construction sector there. Yunnan is also got a 15-level construction sector. Once these really ramp up with Great Qing, do you have any companies yet? I don't think so. But once this stuff ramps up, then it becomes a lot better. And so... it looks like we see Team 2 doing hot. Team 2... So, you're also going to see a big come-up when they get off of traditionalism, right? And also when they finish stock exchange. I think you will get to see a reasonably sized come-up. And I think that... I'm not sure what they're researching. I think... I think you're supposed to research very first Romanticism on Qing. That way you can go agrarianism right away. And that following that, you should research stock exchange. And there might be enough time for them to really get the MAPI situation, but their GDP has been relatively... Actually, that GDP is higher than our check-in, I think. What was our check-in figure? Their GDP might be cranking up. Our check-in figure... last bookmark was 5 million under this, so they really are giving it a little bit of a crank and stank here in terms of their GDP. And perhaps, but so is the EIC. EIC is really generating a lot of GDP, but they're not doing it through economic growth so much as they're annexing a bunch of stuff. But to be fair, the EIC is their construction. The EIC, baby, you know me. The EIC's construction is really going to be hampered by two factors. They're paying war reps to the Sikh Empire right now, and also they're paying, stuff to Great Britain. But this perhaps actually makes a lot of sense. Like, maybe it would make sense for, like, Great Qing to bankroll another country on the basis that with money, Great Britain can probably do more to increase their GDP nominally than the EIC, because, you get to lay down a bunch of, iron and this type of stuff here. And we can see, if we look at Great Britain, we can see what companies they currently have. With the Steel Consortium, they have 2 companies. It looks like they don't have a laissez-faire yet then. We see 3 companies here. See Russia, what do we got for companies? None. USA, what do we got for companies? We get American Metals and New York Forestries. This is big nice. We do see them building up in Pennsylvania, which I think is the better mapping state, but they have a level 11 logging camp somewhere else. I'm not sure where that's at. It might be in New York. It is in New York, so this is reasonable. I think GDP calcs on a market level by market prices always, or Paradox change it. You think GDP calcs on market prices? You might be right. I might be mistaken. But in that case, it's not going to affect GDP a lot, but it's going to, like, I mean, it's going to have downstream effects that are greatly positive. But yeah, it might calculate on a market level. You're right. This might be how it works. I am not 100% sure on how it affects MAP-B calculation. That is something I should probably ask the devs. Oh, are we still... We don't have the... Okay, we're good. We're good. We Gucci. I think we will put down this poll, though. And it looks like, you know, kind of a little bit of a close one, but you guys think Team 2 is doing pretty good. I overall like Team 2's draft better, but... and I think that this thing with the Sikh Empire is a little scuffed, but overall, like, so far they're performing really well, and I think that UK in particular has a lot of, like, growth potential relative to before, and we also might see the North German Fed form. They might have enough time to do that, depending on how performance looks, but which so far it looks not the best. We do see a little bit of a Discord ping. What's this about? I'm sure it's another agreement. Alright. It was an agreement. It was an agreement we already expressed to the chat. And so we will continue on. And let's kind of see what these teams are up to now. That we are kind of progressing a little bit. So, let's pull up this other thing. Sorry, a little bit of stuff on my end. What happened with the Sikh Empire? The EIC declared on Sikh Empire to annex Punjab, which of course is a very, very strong annex because it gives you like 7 million GDP. This is one of the strengths of you know, the EIC, that they can go after this so easily. So can Great Qing, but they haven't. Great Qing probably actually should just go after Kashmir and Punjab, but they're not, so fair enough. But we see what happened is Punjab won the war because currently teams do not start with any cannons. And so offensive land wars are very difficult, and they have similar sized militaries. They tried to defend and then push, but they're paying out war reps, and so this depresses their ability to build up construction. So yeah, the difficulties indeed. Let's see what France is up to. France doesn't have any active diplopés. Let's take a look at their laws. They are trying to, or they have a movement to enact universal suffrage. I think that that's been satisfied and they're actually trying to pass it, if I recall correctly. USA is, I think that, well, it looks like they haven't enacted either laissez-faire and they have gotten slavery banned, though. I believe that was with one of their subjects. But we don't see them have nationalism yet, otherwise I would expect them going after the Mexican states, which will be pretty good. If we look at the culture map mode, we can maybe see if they are siphoning off migrants from someone. We don't see that. We do see, I believe these are Bihari and Metis, both sound like Indian. So they might be siphoning off pops from the EIC, which might be draining the EIC a little bit. This is a curious thing. We do see Tamil in Tasmania, and so it'll be curious to see to what extent this type of thing continues, but that's kind of like thinking about the USA. Spain has been, you know, Spain has probably been the most active in terms of generating, you know, maybe plays that are going to be good for it. They have protectorated Portugal, which is going to be good in the long term. I'm not sure how long we'll get to that term. I think they protectorated Morocco. It looks like they are in the French market here. And so, you know, this is kind of... Ooh, and USA is also in the French market. Very nice. Very big nice, actually. And so that will help the USA get the French pops wee wee. If we take a look, we can see markets. Who's got the biggest market? And by, I think this is weekly GDP, not yearly GDP or whatever. But we see the Qing market's the biggest, followed by the British market, and then the French market, looking pretty big. You know, with their entire team in it. The Russian market's here, and the Qing market is just Qing, for now. That's currently what's happening. Metis are mixed Europeans and natives in Canada. Very interesting history. Interesting. So let's clear this lock map mode. Take a look at Russia. Looks like Russia is fighting Bolivia, so Russia is going to get what, in my opinion, is one of the better things, and looks like they are getting the landing off. It is a little bit of a spooky one. We do see Great Britain going for the Hudson Bay Company with really poor timing. unless they started this after the Liberal Revolt, which I don't think they can. You see a Liberal Revolt after UK declares on them, which is unfortunate because they will not annex the revolt. Kind of the, Victoria 3 moment. It probably shouldn't work like that, and so they're not getting their full infamy's worth out of them. We see Qing is up to, still going after Oman, which is going to give them native interest in a couple of regions, in here with Persia and also in Zanzibar, at least for temporarily. Unfortunately, or actually no, they're just going after territories now. What are you doing here? Protectorate. Unfortunately, when the leader of Oman dies, they lose Zanzibar, and it's really hard to annex them in a reasonable time frame. And so going after Oman is not quite what it used to be, but it will give you a native interest in 2 areas, or 3 for a temporary basis. And so that's kind of what Qing is up to. And Austria... Has Austria done anything? It'll be curious to see if Austria... Ooh, looks like in the customs union we have Parma and Lucca, which is maybe going to brick Sicily. Very curious to see if they manage to... you can form the South German Federation. This is a consideration, but you do have to snake away some people from Prussia. Once North German Federation and Germany forms, is there a way to get Germany into the British market? Not very easily. There's a variety of things you can do to depress your prestige, but once you've built up a lot of eco, it's a lot harder, which all these players are going to be doing. So I think you can, but I think it's difficult. I'm not fully versed in all the ways to depress prestige, but I think in theory you can. UK is, again, going after Hudson Bay Company, little bricks on that. EIC is just going after, their internals, but they're going to run out pretty soon here. But they are going after them at a very quick clip. Pretty infamous here. Prussia is making Prussian moves. I assume they're kind of just ecoing up and waiting for everyone to get nationalism or a large enough percent so they can form North German Fed. I don't think... Well, at some point, they're going to need to transfer Hanover, which they almost assuredly will, but then we're going to probably see, Team 3 absolutely needs to have a diplomatic agreement, which they seem to have, to be able to form North German Fed, which is going to be much to their benefit, and I think that perhaps I wouldn't be so keen on making such agreement with them, but they've gotten one. And so, overall things are progressing at a decent rate here, given, our 1.5.5 situation where performance does seem to be not so good, despite people insisting that it was fantastic, which is why we're on speed 3 instead of speed 4. Hello and welcome, everyone, because a lot of people have arrived. We are doing a 3v3v3 here. We have 3 teams of 3, as the name implies. And just kind of quickly going over the teams and some of the players, because some of the players played and did very well last season, and so I think maybe it's worth highlighting these sorts of things. And so on Team 1 with France, we have France, USA, and Spain. In particular, France, it was played by Tim, who was, I think the number 4 player last season. And USA is played by the number 2 player last season, TMK, or here he's Lieutenant Potato. And so this team does have quite strong players. And then we have Qing, who is, Lieutenant Potato is paused. Oh no, not another performance issue. We have Qing as well on this team, or sorry, not Qing on this team. We have Spain as well, which is Dare Blue, who is also a veteran and did play in the finals. So in terms of teams looking good, maybe a little bit stacked, but Lieutenant Potato, let's see what he's pausing about, actually. There's no wars, so I'm guessing there's a desync. Let's check in with them. Lieutenant Potato. Did you desync?
Lieutenant Potato desynced.
He desynced. Okay. We will rehost again.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Paul, what do you want to talk about? You want to declare the war?
I think I want to declare war on you.
Okay.
But I don't want to say anything about
hello,
anyone. People are listening.
In case people are listening. You don't trust.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll hop into org.
Decent.
I understand. Paul doesn't trust me. He thinks I'm gonna DM people. Classic Paul, not trusting the generalist. And now we see Team 2. Oh man, now there's people. So the in that lobby there was 2 teams, and now all 3 teams are in Team 1's lobby, which of course is going to present some difficulties, because of course they are trying to negotiate without the other team seeing, which presents difficulties, naturally speaking. Team 1 is currently trying to, or Team 3 rather, which I believe Paul is on Team 3. I think he's playing as the UK, and he was he got first place last season, and then Lucky Gagar is playing the EIC, if I recall correctly, and he also did decently last season, and we have a new player on Prussia. I think that what they are trying to do is they are trying to secure Prussia forming the North German Fed, in addition to, already being out in front, and I think that, Silver-tongued Paul is trying to get it all, I think, here, with forming North Germany when his team is in the lead, which I think is maybe something that players might want to be a little bit wary about. And of course, we can maybe give, let's open this for multiplayer, we can maybe give this, we don't want to give advice to anyone, but I do think in particular, that it is, you want to 6v3 kind of, at least tentatively, the team that's looking the best, and so, that he was able to secure a bit of an agreement, where they can brick the defensive pact, is going to be, because the defensive pact doesn't specify that you have to fight, which is a little silly. And also, I think that the idea is that they're going to declare war and then peace out immediately, and this triggers the defensive pact, and then they peace out, and so then they can do something in exactly 5 years, and there's no more defensive pact. I think this is the idea, but we will see exactly how that shakes out. Hello, will the stream be available afterward? Yes, the VOD will be up, but you do have to go to the stream section, but there will be a VOD up for this. For South German Federation, you need to win for leadership. Yes, you do. But I'm just saying, in theory, you can form it. What country was weakest you brought to number 1? What country was the weakest I brought to number 1? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. Oh, what's the weakest country that I have brought into the number 1 power in the game while playing single player? I want to deck you, okay, basically. Probably Krakow? Krakow's weaker on game start than Sokoto. I've done Sokoto as well, but Sokoto's probably harder. I mean, I've done Tunis as well. Tunis is also really weak. I'm 100% certain I could do one of these countries, or the country with the absolute weakest starting GDP, which is this country. I just haven't done it. It's like, it's more tedious than difficult to become number 1 as some of these, like, really, really small and weak starts. Once you get going, it's not too bad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're missing someone in the lobby. So we're expecting one more person in. Yeah, we will also want to check GDPs here after I think we start. We do have another hour and 45 minutes left. Although if we desync pretty close to the 1:15 cutoff time, we will probably just call the session then. Having some difficulties on 1.5, apologies. In a general sense. In a general sense, get it? That's the only sense in which I can apologize. Who are we missing? We have Wojtek. Are we missing Tim? Looks like we're missing Tim. No, we have Tim in here. let's start a poll. Who would you first pick on 1.5? The first pick today was France. I think there's kind of 4 options. And I think they're France, Qing, there's Paul, the last one in here, Wojtek left, not ideal. France, Qing, what's UK? And the final one that I think is pickable first is Russia. Although I think there's kind of just... I think the first pick is quite strong. It looks like we got Wojtek maybe having some problems. We'll have a little bit of an ask if he is having some problems.
I mean, I'm enjoying playing one. To be fair,
are you having some problems, Wojtek, with the? I saw you disconnected after you joined.
Crash.
Yes. Can you not join?
He was in and then crashed.
He was in and then crashed.
My game crashed.
Okay, try restarting it and see if you can get in. Now, Spacer Tech, is you Elsup, or is that not you?
No, that's not me.
Okay, I have to figure out what's going on with them. Dragon Killer, are you Spacer Tech?
Oh, two. What's this?
Are you Spacer Tech? Dragon Killer?
It's Dragon
Killer.
Are you having difficulties, or you just not selected your country yet?
I didn't select
it.
I didn't think I needed to press start to select it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just waiting on Wojtek, who crashed again. I think we will jump back into org, though. Okay, so unfortunately, actually... Got him restarting the client. Why don't we join up with Team 1? So, I understand you guys have a strategy that you don't want to discuss openly on stream.
Oh, we can discuss it. We just Java will randomly pop in every now and then, so it's a bit...
do you...
a bit risky.
Maybe we need a rule where you can explicitly say no team can join... X team cannot join your thing, but if you give them that explicit thing, then they of course know you're colluding.
Yeah, then
right?
then they'll suspect us. Right?
Fundamentally speaking, like they're maybe we do need a diplomat. So I'm not sure if I was in your guys' chat when I floated this idea, but having a permanent diplomat on each team, whose only point is to negotiate stuff.
Oh shoot, guys, we're running a tool deficit. Anyways, yeah. You talked about it.
Yeah, I love how you guys have a single market, by the way.
Yes.
And we have a motor deficit too. Oh no,
Jesus,
okay.
Not like this.
My
the single market fails you.
Tool and motor deficit. My minds.
The minds of Moria. We are waiting on last Wojtek. Now, when you guys what's interesting is, so I think USA... Do you think that Team 3 should have drafted, instead of EIC UK, they should have drafted Qing USA? For the insane migration to USA?
See, I wanted EIC so I can get huge migration. We ended up with Spain, which is...
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
I
think US Qing...
If Qing was open, would you have taken Qing and... if they drafted Spain instead of Qing, would you have taken Qing?
Yes, we would have taken Qing. But we probably would have had to cut a deal with one of the teams, like what Java's doing.
Yeah. Or attempting to. I'm going to check with Wojtek and see if he's having difficulty rejoining. He's been having the most difficulty out of everyone.
Only saw that I wasn't at war with him anymore, and I was...
Can you not rejoin?
Oh, nothing.
Are you not able to rejoin? Wojtek?
I am able, and I'm going to do that right now.
Okay. So once you're in, we should be good to go.
How many times have we desynced or had a crash?
How many
5 times now.
Yeah, I do think it's
Like
5. Someone told me that it was very stable, almost as stable as like 1.3 or whatever. And I'm like, I'm sitting here like,
But you're lying.
A little bit. Multiple people told me it was stable. I guess I should have maybe tested it myself, but it's hard to get 9 people together for testing. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's hard to get 9 people
true.
together for a real game. So it's.
Generalist, what do you think like Qing normally is at like in like 10 years when I get Iron Frame?
Oh, I've no.
Usually like grows
I
like.
have like 0 context for 1.5
Yeah,
because I've this too small sample size.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
For
here.
Qing, I tried Qing. Like it usually like grows a bit over 100 million, like by 1855.
Yeah, select up
usually
your.
like at 260 mil.
Select up your country. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a strong frame of reference. I would have to do it.
Okay,
like,
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just see what happens.
All right, I'm gonna see if the other teams are ready, and then we'll get going.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
We are ready.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Hello.
Are you ready? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Alright. So we do see a war that we could get involved in. Spain is going for Niger, and we are playing as Go Beer. So technically we could get involved in this. We are playing as Go Beer because this allows us to look at the tech tree, which we cannot if we are using observer mode. First pick is Persia, based. China has crazy colonization speed. Yep. I think Russia, left alone, has one of the better ways to scale, but France will likely be better because of their location and growth paths. They also have the really strong industrialist, I think is like one of the strong aspects. But we do see 44% for France, and then next is 27% for Qing, which is interesting. A little bit surprised to see UK so low, but in the percents. But I mean, I kind of agree that it's 4th, so it's hard to argue too much. I think that UK and Russia are relatively close, and France or Qing are just kind of hard to rate because they're better in entirely different ways. But we might see a metagame where people actually fight over the 2 really high pop countries, which is Great Qing and the EIC, especially because the EIC actually kind of has more pops than it looks like once you consider that they're going to annex everyone. You know, and so they look closer to 200 million pop, and they have relatively good tech, and so this is a bit of an interesting thing. I think we will take a look at GDPs now, though, and see how much people have grown, or lack thereof, because, of course, we are seeing that 1.5 is not yet very stable for MP. And so we might do this next week. We're going to have a think on that. France was at 31.4 last check-in, and they're at 34.9 for a nice little 10% gain here. The USA was at 20 million on the dot last time, and they are at 30 point. Holy snapples. What are you eating, bro? They're at 30 million. 30.3. We of course don't get to see their graph because the crashes and such. So we can't see where the hitch was. Spain was at 9.2, now they're at 9.7. That's a decent percentage growth. Even the nominal growth isn't that large, you know, and we are seeing that, you know, Team 1 is catching up a little bit here. Of course, this is without inputting the other stuff. Russia's up around 4 million GDP from 35.8. They're up to 39.2. We are going to take a look at Qing, and Qing's was at 139 last check-in, expecting them to be close to 150, 143. I guess it's a small, modest gain. And remember, it's scored by percentage growth multiplied by nominal growth, so the fact that Qing starts with a very large nominal growth is going to make it harder for them to have a really strong multiplier in percentage growth. So even though they almost always win on nominal growth, it's still very often Qing will, as a team, their team will generally be in second place because it gives you a very solid basis, but it's really hard to well, Austria's at 20.8. We're gonna finish this if it breaks my soul. We're going to, everyone's leaving the game, of course, because we're going to rehost. But we are going to first get everyone's GDP in here. Actually, no, we won't. We're not going to update Team 3's, but... Okay. My soul, it hurts. Wojtek specifically seems to be having the most problems. We might have to sacrifice him to the chat. I know if I ask chat if they want blood, they always choose blood. So it's not even it's me passing judgment by asking chat. I have passed judgment. Which country can sustain longer without colonizing and conquest? Can sustain the longest? Probably Russia has a ton of resources. It's funny that Vic 3 displays your computer's file path like that without asking. Oh, is that a problem? I don't think that's a problem for me. I don't think I'm doxing anything too special, but it has been Wojtek in all but one of the desyncs, so I'm gonna let them know. If he desyncs again, we're going to ask chat to determine his fate. Let's see. We're asking the chat if anyone can sub if we desync again, in the event that, you know, we kind of have maybe one player's performance on their computer, pulling things back. And so I'm going to also inform them as well. Alright, we'll let everyone have everyone can go. Bathroom. His war is desyncing him?
He wasn't even in the war.
Looks like Venice and Lombardia have been released from him.
Yes.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Yes.
But they're your subjects too, which is not too bad. I think the idea is that it's part of the... Is that event bugged?
No.
No,
No. It wasn't. It didn't.
He wasn't entirely clear on the rules of how we would win, so the radicalism was really high, so he just didn't want to have the headache, and then yeah.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
But since it's GDP, we're gonna try to get it back, obviously.
Yeah, no, I mean... Yep.
All right.
So, Wayo, so far 5 out of 6 of the desyncs have been you. So I don't. If you specifically desync again, we might try and get someone from chat to replace you. Just a heads up. In terms of performance, because I was told that it might just be 1.5 and it's not anything to do with your computer, but it also might be your computer.
Wojtek.
Yes.
He's talking to you.
I'm just letting you know. Yeah. I'm trying to let you know that if you specifically desync again, we might have a different player come in for you.
Okay.
Because 5 out of 6 of the desyncs have been you. Right? Or is that incorrect?
Right.
Okay. Which, I mean, maybe we could have someone in Europe host, because this is probably part of the problem. Or on the east coast of the USA. If we had Tired Star in here, he has really good internet, but we do not. But I just wanted to let you know. And then we're going to hop back into org. So we gotta do some things. Alright, how is everyone in chat doing? How's everyone feeling? Feeling pretty good? I'm feeling better than performance appears. What nation were they playing? They were playing Austria. Why did Austria release the Italian states? They did not want to deal with the radicalism, which is one of the reasons their GDP slumped a little bit. That doesn't tell me what nation the desyncing player is. The desyncing player is Austria. And so they are playing on the second team. They are on team 2 with Russia and Qing. And so if anyone in chat is available in the event that we desync again, it'd be greatly appreciated, because it could just be his computer, but it also could not be. And so, yeah. But Wojtek is coming in. I think the name sounds Polish. I don't know if anyone knows, but that would I'm about as, if in terms of talking about European, where's like the absolute farthest from me, who is the host of the game, Poland is pretty far. I suppose Russia would be a little bit further, but you know, other than that, but yes, it is Austria is currently the desyncing player. As things are going, we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and looks like we are waiting on one more after Paul. If you're down bad for a player, I am, if they desync again, but I do mention that I don't know what the main game plan is for Austria other than contest Prussia. The main game plan is increasing your GDP more than anything else. And so this doesn't necessarily mean you can't contest it. You also have access to additional information that the other teams don't have, because you're watching the stream, which is unfortunate and certainly not preferable. But I mean, it is what it is, because you know of things that obviously would inform your play. But I think that we do want to try and progress this game a little bit more than 4 years maybe, and so or 5 years, and so it's in a bit of a rough spot. I guess we could ask the other players. Let's ask the other players here. What we would do.
I so.
Hey,
It'll also be more entertaining.
I have to talk. I have to talk to Team 1 without you in here for a sec.
Sorry,
That's
Java.
fine.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, so how do you guys feel about if we desync again, if Wojtek gets replaced? This means that someone will come in for Austria, but this person will have watching the stream.
That is fine. As long as they're not on Qing's team, they won't know what's up, right? So,
well, no, but the chat knows what like some of your agreements are, right? And so I'm saying that they will know. Right, and I'm confirming that
they will know that this isn't a real war, so we're fine. I'm totally fine with that. I'm
doing it for a performance reason, because he 5 out of 6 desyncs are Wojtek.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who are we missing
totally
right
fine with
now?
that. What
Are
about
we
you guys?
missing one of you guys? We have Wojtek.
No.
We have Java.
No, we're all here. We're all here. Yeah.
There's only 9 players, and I'm one of them, so that means we're missing someone. It might be Lucky, who might be in the bathroom. No, Lucky's EIC. Russia?
Lucky's here.
We are missing the Russian
Russia.
player. Okay, who was the Russian player?
I think that's the Qing Russia
Yeah,
Austria team.
That is the Qing Russia Austria. Or so El Sup is not in here yet. Got it. It might be using the Russian. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Team 3. Okay, so hello?
0.5.
So I wanted to ask if you guys are okay that if in the event that we desync again because of Wojtek, who is desynced 5 out of the 6 times, if you are okay with a player from the stream taking his place, who will be privy to all the Diplo agreements that have been made.
Yes.
You're okay with that? Okay. Because we would be doing it for performance reasons.
Sorry, what did you... I was distracted. What do you mean with...
So, if we have someone replace a player on Team 2, because he seems to be having... because he's primarily...
Yeah, he said something about treaties.
Right, so every Diplo agreement that has been made and been made public on the stream, this player would be aware of, which not every team is aware of every diplomatic agreement. Does that make sense?
So that team basically tells them the Diplo agreements.
That is,
but the agreements still count for him.
The agreements still count, but the trade-off is, of course, us maybe being able to play without crashing as much.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I
just wanted to make sure.
That treaties might change.
No, the treaties wouldn't change. Just Team 2 would be aware of all treaties, and there would be asymmetry there. So.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah. So Team 2 would gain an advantage by this.
I should be fine. I mean, it's in effect right now, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not really a secret, I think.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. Alright, and then once the Russia player is in, we will get off and going. I'm gonna re-talk to the chat. If you're down bad for a player, I am. I haven't been paying attention to any of the Diplo. Even better. How much time until the session ends? We got another hour and 15 minutes-ish. I would like to get at least 5 to 6 years in, but, you know, we are having some technical difficulties. And I don't know to what extent this is 1.5 and to what extent... please no. The truth hurts. Are you still having difficulties joining?
I am, yeah. I don't know why.
Because I restarted my client.
It was fine before.
I know, you weren't having any problems.
No, I'm not. I don't understand what's going on.
Me either. I'm trying to think what I'm supposed to do here.
Are all the rest of the people are in?
Yes. You were the last one.
My Wi-Fi's fine.
If someone knows that they clicked something, I'll restart I'll restart my lobby, but it doesn't make sense for me to restart the lobby if this didn't happen.
No, that makes sense. I'm gonna
restart. Yeah, just try it again, but I'll investigate. Did anyone on this team click anything?
No.
No. Okay. Perfect. If someone clicks something, I would restart the lobby. Other than that, we're gonna have the Russia player restart again because they've restarted their client twice and still can't join, which is not big nice. It is in fact the opposite of big nice. There's a small nice. So
I mean, I looked around Qing provinces, but I didn't change anything. Just look around.
Okay.
It shouldn't affect anything, right?
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright, so we are not rehosting again. He's going to restart his client one more time, because as long as no one's clicked anything, we shouldn't need to. But if someone clicks something, they need to fess up.
You can just hover. Everything you can do is hover, everything else is too much. Don't click on a state and...
Don't click on states? You can't click on a state?
Yeah. Shouldn't, no. It's... Just don't click anything. Hovering is okay. I know.
I mean, I clicked the OK away from the pop-up.
I always
yeah, that's.
Yeah, so he's trying to rejoin now. If it doesn't work, I'm going to restart, and we're going to rehost. Pain. And this isn't on Washtec.
Whoa, my GDP's at 42. What the? What happened?
Who are you playing?
US.
Yeah, I was. I think you got a bunch of migration.
No, I was at 30, like.
I know, I think you got a bunch of migration. It would be in your subfarms.
Okay. Oh, I can't check right now.
No, don't check.
What the hell?
Don't click anything. But it's probably migration.
Can't fight your intrusive thoughts, guys. You can do it. I know. Hard.
Alright. Did he have any success? What's his name? Jay something.
No, he did not.
No.
Alright, so...
Okay. I'm quitting. Multiplayer paradox experience, guys.
No. This is just Wiki 3 multiplayer experience.
To be fair, it is beta.
It is beta.
Yeah.
Alright. These 4 years. We've gone 4 years into the game.
Yeah, I don't think this game's gonna count for league points.
Oh, but I'm doing so well.
Yeah.
The league points, like, there's actually currently no standouts, but I haven't added up the new points for Team 3. Which is why I haven't showed you guys the thing. God.
I'll say we still have like an hour and 15 minutes, so we can go a decent length with that if we don't have any more decent.
Yeah, we can. We won't have.
Maybe 10 years. Maybe.
I'm telling everyone to click nothing and to not even breathe. That, of course, is for chat's benefit. You guys could read the diploma.
How can I fire when without my breath? Just with the muscle? I can do this.
How does Avatar lore work like that?
Alright.
Is it fire?
I'm gonna click escape. Open for multiplayer. Alright. This is peak Victoria 3 multiplayer casting experience. I should ask the chat what let's ask the chat what their favorite desync was.
This is
the first desync?
The Austria War one. No, the Austria War one. He desynced when he was fighting Xiao. That's very funny.
I think that desync was intentional. Or the releasing was intentional. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
They need a co-host. Like, it'll make things more entertaining.
It might, but there's a little bit of a problem is that anyone who's willing to co-host would also be willing to play. Generally speaking.
Joey might. I mean, Joey...
Well, I mean, I'd rather have 9 players consistently.
Well, Joey can't play anyways. You might as well just, like, sit and co-host. Watching your stream.
Oh, yeah, that's actually true. It might be perfect.
Yeah, he's on his phone, like... He's watching your stream, it's like 30-second delay, and he's co-hosting off of that.
But no, I think I would just share screen something with.
Yeah, just share on Discord or something if you want. If you actually want to do that, that's more of a viewer retention thing rather than a gameplay thing.
Yeah, I also like. I would feel a little bit. If I have another co-host, right, and I am putting this on, and then I am making, I don't know, like, between 80 cents and, like, $5 on the stream, then, like, now I would feel a kind of way about, like, wanting to include them in the, and then, like, I don't know exactly how to do that, what's fair, like, I'd have to think about these types of things, and also, if I would
you'll have to
include
split
them,
the 80 cents evenly.
Yeah, basically. Like, is that the solution? And then, like, well, I also go through the effort of, like, organizing it, and then, like, yeah, it's just... I would have to think about a lot of things I'd rather not think about.
He's paid an exposure. That's
there we go.
Thing, right?
Exposure. Chat thinks that the 7th desync was their favorite. I can respect that.
All right, support your claim with evidence. Why?
Support your claim
Chat,
with
tell me.
evidence.
Five paragraph essay right now.
5-paragraph essay. Oh no, you're gonna get someone posting some insipid copy pasta with that type of thing.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, can you make a copy pasta for desyncing and walruses? I think there are too many walruses in this game, and this is the source of the desync. If there were fewer walruses in Victoria 3, we would not have desyncs such as this. I propose that paradox.
Wait, there's 50 people watching right now?
Yeah,
That's
dog,
crazy.
they're watching us desync. Desync simulator.
It's... Wait, since when? Okay, like the last 3v3v3s were like reaching 20 max. Right now we're at 50.
Bro, people want to see 1.5. Desync simulator. Also, you can't listen to the stream.
No,
penalty.
It's blocked for me anyways. It's blocked.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot. You don't believe in
I'm not watching YouTube ads. That's so cringe. I refuse.
Yeah. Thanks for telling my entire viewership they should turn on ad block.
Everyone turn on ad block right now.
I have YouTube.
Don't let him get his 80 cents. No money. If there's no money, he won't have to share with Joey. So you get a co-host anyways.
Perfect.
No financial like obligation there. All right, is everyone in?
Everyone hasn't selected our country. You can select your country.
See, look, my GDP is at 30 million now. It's suddenly dropped. What?
They left. They migrated out. Chat no longer bestowed. Alright, are all you guys ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna go through the readies. Is everyone in here ready?
Yes. I am.
Yes,
We are ready.
Are you guys all ready? Are you ready?
Looking at
this. We are ready.
Okay. We're gonna get started. Alright.
King had pulled his and
Alright, you guys, your favorite desync was, of course, desync 7. I think that's very tasteful. I'm glad my chat has good taste. Desync is because you didn't pick the power of the weebs. That makes sense. Get someone who doesn't know Vic 3 intimately, so you get funny commentary. The funniest commentary might be getting my mom to do it. But she's an intensely private person. I probably wouldn't even want to ask her. But she has a PhD in economics, so that would be very amusing. She also plays 0 video games, so it'd just be like, I don't understand what's going on. Why are there so many colors? This menu is going too fast. I'm nauseous. She does have a PhD in economics. What were we doing? We, of course, were seeing the GDP of Team 3 so we could get the GDP update. I know you guys were all waiting with bated breath, waiting to see the update. So, UK, at last check-in, was 35 million. Now they are up to 42.3, which is actually an enormous come-up in terms of nominal and percentage, you know, in this, like, 2-year period. And we have 73, up 10 million for the EIC, 73.4. And then Prussia was at 13.9 at last check-in, and now they're at 14.6, 14.5. Notably, kind of a little bit hard to have a bit of a huge come up with them, but we see, you know, Team 1 widening, Team 3 widening kind of the gap here. We will let the teams know what the updated GDP is, and maybe this will affect, you know, things, because, I mean, like, I think that coordinating to give them North Germany just doesn't make sense when, like, they're in the first place, I think. But, you know, unless you're getting some sort of significant concession, but, okay. You know? Are we an observer? No, we are not in observer mode, because otherwise we lose access to some of the interface. Like, we cannot, of course, research analytic philosophy to become the thing of nightmares. I become philosophy. I become death. So, standard of living, 4.9, poor people dying because of generalists. You love to see it. Jesus, actually. Okay, that's fair. We'll build a farm. Oh, we built a university, which is kind of stupid. Okay, we will build a farm. And then we'll build this, and then we'll build a paper. And that way our university will be able to do things, maybe. We're affecting the world economy. We've gone from observer to player. We do see a war. Now, we're not going to slow to speed 2, but this procs the defensive pact. Liberate Occitania. That's an interesting one. As a war goal. I am assuming that the plan is just to back down, but that is, or the plan is to just wipe peace immediately, but we do see the full defensive pact is invoked, which is going to lead to at least some sort of conflict. And this is notably, Austria's not getting involved. Austria wants to get involved for that truce. They definitely want that truce, and if Austria doesn't get the truce, that's going to be a little bit of a problem for them, because that will allow Prussia to maybe go for German leadership in the beginning. I thought that was standard, considering on how he occasionally gets 100 million GDP while only having 12 SOL. That poor people die because of Generalist. Poor people do die because of Generalist. You heard it here first, chat. On the last stream, I said that feeding poor people's... feeding people who are starving to death was a bad idea. On this stream, I say poor people die because of me. The truth hurts. But this is perhaps the interesting thing. And of course, look, we can see all the little sprites. The doings of the thingsins. They're ready for battle. High taxes and additional taxes on stuff. Yeah, basically. Pulling it down a little bit very often so that we can try and... we often are actually pulling down taxes so we can be in a better legitimacy bracket for the purpose of passing laws, but this is the main reason to reduce taxes, I think, at this point in time. Until things get a little crazy. But yeah. The battle lines are deployed. Everyone, I'm sure, is on defensive and is not planning on actually fighting. Are they going to fight this war? Wait, what? This might not have been the agreement. Let's have a read of the agreement here. I was expecting this to get resolved instantly. Team 1 and Team 3 have a war to trigger 1 and 2 one-time defensive pacts. Team 1 and 3, during this war, don't openly fight and don't take any war goals from each other. Team 1 will not interfere with Team 3 AI war and will not help Team 2 in German leadership play. Interesting. So, alright. So I'm not sure why they're not just piecing out currently at this point in time. I think that this would be better, but yeah. For those of you who just arrived, we are playing 3v3v3 on 1.5, which is not as stable as we were hoping it was going to be. Had a lot of restarts because of these things, but you know, currently we are seeing a little bit of a PvP war to brick a defensive pact. If you violate an agreement that is made and sent to me as an official agreement, you get a 5% penalty to your score. So what the players are doing in order to avoid the penalty is they're fighting a war, but it's really just a fake war because they're planning on not really pushing. And I think that Team 2 is not going to push, and so Team 1 and 3 are just bricking Team 1 and 2's defensive pact, one-time use defensive pact, with this strategy, which is, you know, 5-head Diplo. How many heads is this Diplo, actually, is the question? So we are bricking a defensive pact by starting a fake war. So we will have a little bit of a pull. How many heads is this Diplo? 3-head. 4-head. 5-head. Or, if you're German, the very unclear 9-head. Yeah. What does it mean? Who knows? If you're German and you speak English, what does 9-head mean? We see Prussia actually getting a push off here. Now, Prussia is notably teamed up, or Prussia, I think is... Let's pull up our overlay here, actually, on a sec. Prussia is on a team with Team 3. And so Team 3 is managing to push in on Team 2 here, which Team 2 and Team 1 are together. There aren't any war goals on Team 2. In theory, they could have put war goals in on Team 2, but we'll see. And we do see that there is ticking down, but they can just peace out anytime they want. I'm not sure why they're fighting here, because Team 1 and 3 have this agreement. I don't even understand why they're actually fighting a war. You know, instead of just piecing out immediately. Because they can just offer each other white peace. Oh, Team 2 might not accept the white peace. That's hilarious. That's 5-head. If you don't accept the white peace, then you're stuck in this war. Alright. We will pull for his fate. And I'm pretty sure I know how this poll ends, so... So our choices are 3, 4, 5 und no. That's right. Alright, we're gonna save and get ready to rehost. Who is the person who volunteered to take the ring to Mordor? In the event that this chat goes violent. Oh, but some are voting mercy. Was not expecting the mercy vote. We can of course show mercy to the Rush player if we want. So do they fight? What is happening? Looks like well, it looks like they're fighting, but they're not going to enforce on anything unless. So here's the thing. You can get it full enforced, right? If you just never accept the peace and you fight the entire war on yourself, in theory, Team 2 could force an enforcement. Or they could force their own... they could, having not liked France's and UK's play, force France to lose the Liberate Occitania play. Because if you get ticked down to 0, you get enforced on. And so this is a critical type of thing that Team 2 might just be spiting Team 1 as with their bricking of the war here, and so you know, so who is the person? Who was the person who volunteered as tribute? But it does look like violence is winning out, and so we will be swapping out Wojtek if we can. But it might be the case that Team 2 specifically is trying to... So here's the thing, though, without clicking on anything, because I don't want to click, Team 2 might be trying to get the war enforcement on Team 1 anyways, because Team 1 is taking this defensive pact in bad faith and effectively allowing Prussia to void the defensive pact so that they can attack Austria afterwards. And so Team 2 might not like that and might be just looking to punish France, because the war goal on France is Lib Occitania, which is a really substantive war goal. And so we're going to do this. But no one is stepping up for Wojtek right now, currently. I mean, there is a 1-minute delay, but I've asked a couple times. We'll see. SOL is lower now. The truth hurts. It's 4.3. Generalist wants one thing, and it says Pop's starving to death. The truth hurts. But I think that we will... Yeah, the chat chooses violence, though. Alright. Basically... they asked in the Diplo if he's getting replaced. Alright. If no one comes in, though, I guess we will continue with Wojtek. I was considering it, but considering the diplomatic situation, I don't know if I want to step in. Not like this. Alright, I'll let everyone know. We're continuing with Wojtek. Looks like the volunteer does not want to volunteer as tribute. Jesus, this is the most cursed 3v3 session we've had. I guess I could show the Diplo. The chat volunteer says he doesn't want to. Team 2's Diplo position is untenable. Get some walls from chat. So. I mean, considering no one else is volunteering, we will then instead be continuing with the same 9. Actually, no, wait. Wait. I could take the ring to Mordor. I don't want to take the ring to Mordor. Okay, this is... We're gonna have a new vote. Since you guys chose violence, instead, the vote will be... have me stay on commentary or replace Wojtek? So this is the question. This is the question. Pain. Much pain. I suppose I can vote, right? I think I'm gonna vote no, but I get a choice in this democracy. Yes is for me replacing. Do I get a vote? Oh, I don't get a vote. Just kidding. We're gonna let that poll. What the hell is this question? Yeah, that's fair. Let's, yeah. I have a great command of the English language. This is my favorite language of all the languages. English is best. Except, not really, but here we are. What would be the place of replacing him? I thought we voted to evade. No, we weren't voting to invade. That wasn't what violence meant. Violence is, he might be the source of a good amount of the crashes, with his current rig. But you need to bankroll Gobir, not like this. Okay, so... I will, how many votes do we have? Looks like you guys majority... If the people die, we riot. Need to bankroll Gobir. We don't want to riot in chat, so we might have to bankroll Gobir then. I don't even know if we have an interest in Gobir. Alright. I will let them know. Oh man, I hate taking over countries too. Ugh, it's always just like the hottest mess and I always play really poorly. Alright, I'm gonna jump in team 2, chat. This is the worst deal in the history of deals. Alright. Release Hungary, they consume so much food. Not like this. Alright, I do feel bad though. Alright.
Hello?
Okay.
Hi. Hello.
So
I am happy.
you shouldn't be. I play so poor when I take over someone who's already started.
I know, but you did so well when you took over Russia, and Wojtek hasn't really done a lot, so it's gonna be alright.
Alright, I have a war with Siam, what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason you thought it was a good idea.
He can't, well, it was fine.
I mean, it's probably a fine idea. So are we just gonna wipe peace out of this war or what?
No, we want it to continue as long as possible so I can get line infantry.
Java doesn't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
It's bad for me though. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Russia's getting pushed.
It's bad for you.
Yeah, I'm getting occupied, dude. I'm getting desolation and stuff.
Oh yeah, that might be true. We might want to white piece it then, because we also have we have an agreement with Team 1 that after the defensive pact is ended, which it has after the war, we have a non-aggression period of 1 year, so I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm very uncertain we're gonna get that deep into the game, so I think we should just try and.
Yeah, this game's only gonna last like 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna unpause.
Yeah.
Because I think that.
I'm not in the game.
You're not in the game. Fuck. Really?
Yeah, you haven't sent the code, have you?
I did.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay. My bad.
It's fine.
Yeah, so I have skirmish.
Yeah, Russia skirmish. And I'm getting atmospheric engine pretty soon.
I mean
we're exiting.
Yeah, because I unpaused.
I unpaused. Oh, okay. I don't know how it works with the hosting and stuff.
Everyone has to be in before anything is clicked, otherwise it breaks it.
Okay. Sorry.
But no,
this game is very unstable for multiplayer, so.
On this version, yes it is.
Not just on this version, it always has been.
It's always been.
It's just a lot more unstable than it was before now.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, we played a lot on 1.3.6 without it crashing.
Yeah.
But it's still desynced a lot, though. Not this much. Not 10 times.
No, yeah, it was nowhere near this much. Well, we're gonna...
3 or 4 times every game?
So, I'm trying to... 3 to 4? No, not even. It was like 1 to 2.
Oh, damn. That's a big difference.
It's a little more than that. If I remember, like, all the games I was in, it like desynced like, at least 3 times.
Sorry, just to be sure, what words can and can't I use for YouTube?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does. Well, it does. Just try not to, like... use your best judgment, let's say. I cannot. While I'm live on YouTube, I cannot say the words you're not allowed to say. Do you understand how that's like an impossible question for me to answer?
Yeah.
Yes. So I should not say them.
Yes, that is correct. If you're in doubt, you can't talk about unalivicide, right? Yeah.
I won't. Indeed.
if that's what the plan
I don't
was.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
YouTube hates that.
I was definitely not gonna go on some Joe Rogan, like some Andrew Tate rant about how
don't even
men
talk what you're not gonna rant
about.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Abort mission.
Well, I can say his name. I'm just not gonna talk how he talks.
Yeah. Let's avoid the heavily
Not
bifurcated issue. Well, it's not even a YouTube thing. It's like I also don't want to have a highly contentious commentary on where like chat might be deeply divided on this channel specifically when it's like supposed to be a gaming channel.
I'm a socialist.
Yeah,
how do you think about that?
Jesus, I joined the wrong team.
No, I'm not a socialist.
Well, like, also, you're speaking to primarily Americans who, like, have a different understanding of socialists than Europeans.
Yeah.
So, like...
okay, I'm not even a socialist according to Americans. My country is, for some reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, most Americans still think China's a communism, so there's also that.
Oh, really?
They're communist in name only. It's still the Communist Party, but they're really not a communism anymore.
Yeah.
They are communist because they're state controlled, but there are special economic zones that it's allowed for capitalism and foreign investment.
I mean, they have state-owned industries. They have state-owned industries that compete against private firms in a market setting.
Yeah.
So like
I mean,
whether most Americans.
I wouldn't say they're
most
not
Americans
like
think they're
Soviet Union communism.
Yeah, that's what most Americans think.
I would more say they're a combined of vanguardism and capitalism, because they're an authoritarian system with censorship.
Well, yeah, I mean they're definitely authoritarian, but that's different than an economic system.
Vanguardism used to be a really good ideology in the game.
It's still decent. Anarchism.
Yeah.
It's still decent. Yeah, I mean, single state party is really strong.
Yeah.
I made it in. We did it. Should I choose my country, or is it better not to? Because Paul seemed to suggest that it's easier not when you don't.
Try not selecting it. Well, I mean, other people select their country, but try not until we have everyone in. So we have 8 people in, so we're waiting on one more person.
Okay.
For me, I'm going to join now.
Oh, you haven't joined? Yeah, definitely join.
No. Yeah, I was busy talking to you.
Yeah, but yes. Okay.
Yeah, I should definitely join.
Yeah, that's like what we're doing here.
There's a thing with England though. When you naval invade Scotland, it doesn't matter. Your navy does not interact with them. At least it didn't do for AI multiple times when I played.
The
so
Navy
I might be able to get into England.
The Navy doesn't seem to actually fight, and if they don't have armies sitting defensive on Scotland,
they don't have on Scotland.
Then you should be able to roll into them, yeah.
Yeah, and then we will be able to win though.
Oh. Wow, looks like most of my chat's actually not American.
Yeah, I don't think most of the chat.
Maybe all the Americans left when I said China's not a communism. This is probably what happened.
I think most of the people who's in this Discord is European. Paul's European, Lecky is European, Dragon's European.
I'm European.
I don't think... Yeah, Team K... Is Team K American? Darablue's not American.
I think Darablue's American.
Yeah. No, I don't think he is. He doesn't speak like he is.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
I think.
Well, it's very nice to have you in Austria.
Just making sure Team 1 is ready. Here, I'll just go into their chat. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
We're ready, I think.
Perfect. Alright. Alright, time to fix the economy. Oh boy. Right, what do we got?
How's he done? Has he been doing well? Or not?
I'm not sure. He has the fabric company.
For some reason I can't fucking ban opium.
And the fabric company was stuck in one of the places he released. Not like this.
Wait, you can't disband it?
I disbanded it because I wanted to check for other companies, and the fabric company was only allowed because of one of the countries he released.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, where do I have the most construction sectors? Spain, West Glacia, Central Hungary. Okay.
I have 100 construction sectors. It's very beautiful.
Beautiful. Alright.
I'm just gonna build like 30 more. And like Sichuan and what else? What has a lot of wood?
Oh, I don't think I can land Siam here.
No, I don't think you can.
Unless I just built a bunch of boats, I still think they'd be late to the party though.
Russia, you could make Austria join if you violated their sovereignty.
Is that worth?
Maybe.
It
Might be.
does not work.
I think we want to wipe peace instead of getting a bunch of turmoil in Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we wipe peace? Let's talk about it.
I mean that's what I think, but I could be.
He left already. He left already. Java has not been in our chat a lot.
Yeah, I think he's.
I've barely spoken to him.
We might need to make some amount of rules on how freely you can join other people's chats too, because he's jumped in when it's obvious that the other two teams are negotiating. So we might need to make a rule on that. Yeah. Like if there's two different teams in one chat, it should maybe be against the rule to be able
White
to.
Pete?
Yeah.
That sounds like we're getting not what? But that team was winning.
We have truces with all of them for a while, so
the truces are.
But
they're going to declare on me.
But why wouldn't we? Yeah, like they're way in the lead. And now
they are.
They weren't. They're getting pushed in on France.
No, he's talking macro from score. They are in the lead.
Score? Oh. They're winning hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the right thing to do, but it's done.
I think it is the right thing to do because we only have like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So is the time limit a hard limit?
Well, I don't. In theory, we could go over, but people are playing under like certain expectations of like time ending, right? So like, it's fairly hard. It's hard unless I asked everyone explicitly ahead of time.
How long is there left? Also, like half an hour?
Like 45 minutes, but also like this entire session's like super scuffed. So
yeah, like because there's so little time, like it takes a bit for like Qing to get everything rolling to get a lot of GDP growth.
Okay, I moved my capital to Perm. That was a mistake not doing that in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do that initially.
You want to move your capital to Central Hungary?
I'm not sure I can.
Can?
If you, it has to be
no,
a
you need
homeland.
cultural exclusion.
No, it has to be a homeland, I think, of your primary culture.
Yeah, but that's why you need cultural exclusion, so you can get Austria-Hungary.
Yeah, I think if I have Austria-Hungary, I can. But then Austria is releasable, so it's kind of a...
Yeah, but Hungary's still like the strongest one.
A little bit.
The most GDP.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be really aggro about like expanding wooden construction.
Yeah, I mean, like 10 minutes before game ends, you guys just want to go into massive deficits, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I don't really think it matters. Like, I'll just be building up a lot of iron and like in southern Manchuria, Yunnan, and Hebei, so I can get
Yeah.
So I can get iron frame.
Do I not have... Okay, I have railroads.
I'm gonna build some rice. Like my GDP growth is kind of stagnant. I mean, I've grown a million.
You're playing as Qing?
Yeah, it's been stagnant for a while, but it usually is like for the first 2 years we grow 20 million, and on like 5 years more, I'm a little stagnant, and then I just boom up to 200 mil.
You want to swap?
I'm growing now though. Now?
I mean, you want to swap like slowly. If you have some,
yeah,
with like level 3, 5 construction sectors, because that's going to make your that's gonna smooth out how productive the iron mines are, like when you're building them up. Like if they're not, like
but I don't have. I mean, I can reduce like on to to 5 and build it up.
Do you have any that have low levels? Here, let me look.
No, I don't do that. I'm really aggressive with it.
Well,
and then I just build a lot.
Yeah,
explode.
It's usually good to have some at low levels. That way you can transition more smoothly.
Yeah, I mean it's not been a problem for me before.
Beijing. Yeah, I mean, well, like it's not like the end of the world. You can swap Beijing.
Yeah,
you can build a few in Xiaozhou and swap them.
Xiaozhou, yeah, I'll do that.
This is one of the better places to build. I I know Qing a lot better than I know Austria.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, some of the states he gave up are pretty good too. The truth hurts.
Yeah.
I don't even know why he did it.
He didn't want the radicalism.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what he said.
I think he didn't understand the GDP. I don't think he understood. His English isn't very good, so I don't think he understood the GDP thing.
Maybe that's fine. I felt really bad kicking him, but then like, I don't know. Maybe I should have just kept continuing. No steel.
It's also very it's also very hard like playing this game like multiplayer with a guy who's not very good at English, if it's a nice way to say it.
Oh my god.
It's a lot more difficult.
I don't realize I have no sulfur. Does Austria? Does my sulfur start in the states he gave up?
No, Austria just does not have any sulfur.
No, there is some in Venice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Venetia.
The truth hurts.
The truth hurts. I mean, you don't have a truce with them, so you could go for him.
They can come from me. Because they don't have a truce with me. I can't do anything because I'm stuck in the Siam War unless I want to pay war reps, which I don't.
No.
I don't think there's a way to land them.
Generalist, now you know how it has been for me, like trying to fill in for Austria.
Well, I mean, filling it in for everyone is like always weird because you're just like, bro, I don't even know what's going on.
True.
Just trying to go oligarchy. All right, there's one more. Guess I'm building here. We have Russia on this team, right? That's you, Alsop?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess we could go speed 4.
We got Russia. Generalist, you know epic rap battles of history.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the Rasputin to Stalin one is very good.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I know that one in my head. I know a lot of them just in my head.
Yeah, that was like, I used to watch a bit of those back in the day. Oh my god.
They're still going, or they've slowed down like in a couple years, but this year, but they're still going.
Is Japan a good play?
No.
Going for it right now? Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, for Qing.
Just for generating GDP, yeah.
Yeah. Like because the game is going to be super short. So
yeah, the game's over in 30 minutes, and everyone has truce with you, so they can't cut you down. I would do it.
Kansai, Kanto. You can do everything. Even.
No, yeah, just take whatever has the biggest GDP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's Kansai.
But you can also stay because you're only at 33, so you can take 3 states maybe.
No, you can just take them all.
Yeah.
You have truces.
I guess, yeah.
You can take everything you want. Yeah. No, this is what you should do.
Have
let's do that.
One, but yeah. Yeah, you're right.
As long as you can land them, which I'm not 100% sure, but like I can't land
Okay.
anything, but I'm stuck in this war. I mean, maybe I should just. Well, maybe I actually am supposed to give up the war reps. God, this hurts.
I can land them.
Oh wait, they will accept white these. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's great.
I think I can.
What's the biggest GDP guy I could take that? Oh my god.
Venice.
I don't know if I have enough time to do this. Alright, do we have any...
Yeah.
No, we don't have any Lancers. Okay.
I mean, they're fearful of me, so... I might just be able to, like, get Kenzai. Cool mustache, Wario. Try messing with Mad Monk, you'll be sorry. How many emperors does it take to make an empire into union in a state? It's a disgrace what you did to your own people. Sorry, I am singing a lot. That's a Stalin one.
I mean, you're singing to chat, just letting you know.
Yeah. Cat, do you like my music? I'm good at singing, huh?
We'll start a poll.
Very beautiful.
I'm gonna go for Kokan.
I have a sneaking suspicion I know how chat's gonna respond to the poll.
Punjab hasn't been taken.
That's what.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly my exact thought.
So should I go Kokand or Sindh or?
I was just about to do that. I think you
Okay,
should go.
you can do it.
could go Qing.
Yeah, Qing would be easiest, but they're in a war with Japan. No?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, Lansang.
I mean, I can just make them.
Just take all the Sikh Empire states. They're so good.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly the thought I had, but.
Great Britain has
Oh,
also
they're doing-
taken Orania.
Yeah, they're doing a transfer and over.
Yeah, that's not as good at this point because we're like at the very end state, so they don't get used to the out of the gold. It's just GDP. Probably be better for them to annex like someone, but.
No, you probably maybe you could go 2 Sicilies.
I just started playing against Sindh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could do the against 2 Sicilies and violate sovereignty in the Papal States, which would make them all like go in and they would form Italy. That's what I did last time.
Oh man, they're going after Punjab.
No, they're...
Son of a bizzle. Of course it makes sense, but
I mean, I can stop them if you want.
Wait, what is this?
Did they?
I
there
mean,
was
we could join against them.
Great Britain backs down.
There was no dominance play against Austria, right?
No, I'm a little concerned about starting a fight because of that. Oh, we do see aristocratic revolt. Spain's team 1.
Could you just build Rice? Like, Rice would just give me a lot.
Well,
Should we join?
We might want to join in on the Spain play.
What's the Spain? Oh, I don't have an interest there.
We can clear.
What would you go for? Like,
transfer Eastern Andalusia, I'm thinking, or
How many
transfer
minutes are
Galicia.
left?
You have to do it before 70% mobilization.
Yeah, I know. But no, but I mean, how many?
Oh, we can't
how long is
transfer it
left?
anymore. Like 30 minutes.
Okay.
France sides with Spain, and then the aristocratic revolt even wants to join less. That's kind of crazy.
What has the chat said about my singing?
They don't like it.
Oh. I don't like you either, chat.
I don't think chat cares.
No. Of course they don't. They're heartless monsters. Hurting my feelings.
The truth hurts.
My feelings.
Oh my god, like nothing's like set up the way I like
My
it.
feelings.
I guess we could sub this. Doesn't make too much sense. Why is this not in playing up?
I demand a revote for chat if they like my singing.
We're not gonna revote for chat.
I'm not gonna revote? Okay.
I guess we're gonna do that.
Should I join?
Against
Or is it
Spain?
done? Yeah, is it done? No, the play's
You
you have to have it before, no? Yeah, true.
You can still join.
No, because
could
I didn't
join.
have my I didn't have my interest before the war.
I'm just gonna like lower taxes so I have a deficit. So
Did
my
you-
increase consumption.
Hello.
You having a stroke, my man?
What's up?
Why are you joining the Carlist revolt?
To lower your GDP and raise our score.
Alright. Okay. That word doesn't achieve anything, I think.
It raises our relative score. Unless you want to negotiate some way out of me not helping them.
We won't offer you anything, we're just gonna blockade you.
Yep.
they don't know who they're messing with, do they?
No,
They're
I'm
messing
not
with the
100%
fucking
sure this is
wizard.
good, but...
No,
No, it's not. It's definitely not, but
No, I
let's
mean,
stay
they're
coffee,
gonna
please.
have a majority of their, like, score not had, so...
How's the score looking? I've only grown 30 million, which is like really low.
I think I've grown less, to be honest. It
And
takes
Austria
a while
has-
to get off the ground because the mappy is so it kills you.
It does. Let us hope that I haven't gotten raided in Rust. That'd be lovely.
The truth hurts.
So I forgot to close my bunker. My bunker there.
Are we? So are we staying paused or what's up?
I am paused. Oh, it's
Yeah, but-
frozen?
No.
Yeah,
no, but
desync.
are we staying
It's
paused?
frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen. Fuck.
Desync again.
Oh my god.
God.
Wait, have you guys been playing?
No, it's paused. Okay. Jesus. Alright, I guess we're gonna rehost. My
But this
soul.
is so scuffed.
This is
This
super
has not been
scuffed.
fun.
No, I don't think well, it's been something. It's been a time.
I mean, I would definitely get the generalist point for this if I did like the super giga chat move
No, there's
of
not even
giving
gonna
them
be
3D
points.
ports and then recognizing. Is this even gonna count for
I think we're doing away
Points.
with the generalist point too.
yeah.
But this
What
is
is
not
it
gonna
even good
count.
for? It doesn't do anything.
Gives you a point.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't do anything.
Actually, maybe we just end 15 minutes early because we're not even gonna score it.
Should we just end it now?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright,
That would be a shame.
Make a vote for it.
no, I'm gonna ask the players. Okay, so two options. We can rehost, or we can end the session now, and we're having all the players vote what they want to do.
Well, what to do for what?
Well, so we're not going to count points for this session. It's not
Oh.
going to count for league points.
Yeah, there's just so many.
Because there's a lot wrong. Also, apologies to Spain, but
yeah, so many things went wrong.
But do you guys just want to end the session?
I want to end the session. It's
Okay.
pretty tired.
Then I'm
to
gonna ask
play this.
Team 3, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a.
Sure.
All right. So The general consensus is, I was asking each team whether or not we continue the session or just end the session here. What do you guys want to do?
We want to continue.
Okay.
I want to continue as well. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take a poll of, or actually, yeah, exactly with Tim. So
in the stream?
Vote on the vote in the Diplo.
Yeah, while we're okay.
Yeah, with what Tim put up. And then we'll do whichever one is winning.
Okay, vote yours.
Maybe a middle in the route solution, like half an hour instead of an hour.
Alright, we're rehosting then.
Generalist, I'm going to tell you right now, I believe it was a mistake to join on the Spanish rebel side.
Why is that?
Because I think you made them your enemy.
I think there's 10 minutes left.
Oh, come on, we're about to win.
About to win.
I think there's like 10 minutes left, so I think what this does is it, by decreasing their GDP, proportionally increases my team's score.
Oh, it's only 10 minutes left. Oh.
It ends at 1:15, right? Another 20 minutes. If we were going to extend, I would have not joined against Spain. I'm specifically joining against Spain because there's 20 minutes left.
You didn't tell us that.
But that is definitely why I would do that. Yeah.
Generalist, we are just German national identity is almost done.
It's 1:15. 1:15 is the cutoff time.
We're about to win.
Huh?
It's literally like 3
We're also not going to count the league points because this is super scuffed, but...
You're still about to win.
I think you guys win no matter what, in terms of the score.
I didn't see the score.
But I will return to my team.
I'm not aware of the score at the moment.
I'm a president in my prime, my enemies don't distract me. Last man who attacked me was the half-life man, so alright, come right.
I just want chat to know that I'm new to Java. Sorry, Java. Chat was spoken. Yeah, but I'll mute him because he's my
Tell Generalist I've stopped singing.
He has stopped singing, but he also, I can corroborate, he did know the entire thing. I think he's almost done.
Oh shoot, I clicked escape. What did I do? I have to not click anything. Oh my god, I clicked escape. I think I fucked it up.
No.
I haven't clicked anything.
Endgame and rehost are tied.
Yeah, and I'm the tiebreaker. And I don't want to break
the tie. What do you want to do?
Well, we're rehosting.
Okay.
Just because we're already doing that, and rehost was winning up until the last second. But yeah, there's 8 of you guys plus me.
It's because I didn't see the vote.
Yeah, but didn't you say you wanted to end?
Yeah, but
I wanted to end the game.
I tried saying that there was a vote going on, but you were singing, and I don't think you heard me.
The singing strikes again. The singing strikes again.
I mean, like I said, I do know the whole thing. I also know like a lot of other ones.
And you proved it. Yep,
yeah. I also know Che Guevara was Che Guevara. I don't know how to fucking speak right now. Sorry. Che Guevara versus
after some more voting, chat does in fact like the singing.
Oh
man.
I
think the chat likes. I think the chat maybe perhaps likes me reacting to the singing.
Okay. Do you want me to ask chat if I should continue singing?
Oh my god. But like, they
chat,
just
should
want
I continue
to
singing?
watch me suffer. All right, we'll do a poll. The poll is make Generalist suffer.
Because I know like I know a lot of other ones. Too.
It's not just him suffering.
It's also my beautiful angelic voice.
With me. That's true.
Chat, I appeal.
Chat has to suffer with me.
Okay. Prussia's gonna declare on Austria, so.
Yeah, good luck enforcing.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We cannot click anything though, because we do not click the things until the thing starts.
No.
I have
For your
not
discipline.
done.
Che Guevara versus Guy Fawkes. Begin.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not gonna sing it unless chat
we
wants
only
it.
have, chat currently does not want it.
Okay.
Nor do they not want it.
Victory.
Chat, if you vote yes, I'll give you the opportunity to buy a candy bar.
You cannot bestow
Same
such a
price
thing on
Generalist
chat.
gives us. Yes, you get the opportunity for pride, though you won't get pride, but you will get the opportunity for it. And also get the opportunity to buy a candy bar.
Okay, we are gonna start.
I'm just shuffling cards. I can't really do anything other than wait.
Maybe I just never reveal the results to the poll.
You never reveal it. I'll just go and see. You know, if I check the stream later and the poll will said yes, I'm just gonna spam you with the lyrics.
It says right.
Every time.
It says yes right now.
Oh. Okay. If it's a final yes, I'm gonna do the Ivan the Terrible versus Alexander the Great.
It's line infantry.
Okay, does it say yes?
It says yes.
Okay, you ready? I'm gonna try and do the voices too. Epic rap battles of history. Alexander the Great versus Ivan the Terrible. Begin. Look alive. Creme de la creme surviving. No surviving. Okay, I'm gonna do it in. Look alive. Creme de la creme's arriving. Try to survive, Ivan? No surviving. You're a land rover, I'm a land expander. Here to hand you your first loss, Alexander. I'll screw you like Aristotle. Smack you harder than you hit that bottle. You're nothing but an overrated lush, I'll crush you. I'm the first star of all of Russia. You're an asshole with an Anastoli. I'm the heaven sent divine and holy. So don't even try to approach the god. You get the hoop snack like the Novrad. Hey fella, some of this. But now I got the Panhellenis from Panhellipist. Stepping up foolish as well as useless. Let's spell out the list. I brought foes down to the knees in Phoenicia, Greece for Gaza to Giza, had the Balkans, Persia, Syria, Iraq, and Pakistan in my expansion pack. Well, you died in the middle of a game of chess. You got Barca bars, flavorless, and what I'm about to spit will be the craziest. So go fix me a drink so I can stay refreshed. Kudos, Greek for the glory I got from winning every single war that I fought. So this will be straightforward. I'll take up the sword that I brought and slice you in half like a guardian out. And sword to the top, like the eagle whose fellows would sport in the helmet that I wore. The sport of my many enemies, shatter them like a porcelain pot. They'd be praying for the future, for the torch to stop. But I'll leave them. I don't want to sing anymore. This one's very like rappy. The other one was more singy.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was beautiful, right? But I'm very tired and I'm having a tongue twister. I can do one that's singing, which is the Che Guevara versus Guy Fawkes.
No, I think we should focus on the game now. Two Sicilians joins the custom.
Guevara Terror, Fresh Guerrero, Ill-Rhyme Slayer from the 60s era, Halting, Heavy Metal Rebel Blood Spiller, me and my gorillas are squad of killers. Ooh. Known worldwide for my steely-eyed look. You're famous because of Alan Moore's first best book. All the children say we'll be like Chase.
So I'm gonna
take your breath away.
Alright. Alright, I think I mute myself here. And, you know, we are trying to get multiple guys in here.
I have a truce, right, with GB?
I think you do. Unless you're in on offensive war, then they can join against you, right? So
I do have a truce with GB. Are you at war with France?
I am.
Okay. I might declare I'll declare on Japan.
Alright. I think we have 11 minutes left, so it's going to be very hard to get an enforcement.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think we could try something, you know?
Yeah. Thank God. Water tube boiler. What is this? I meant to raise conscripts earlier. I'm gonna unmute Java. Unless he's still rapping. Okay.
I'm not.
He's not.
Okay.
Generalist, what's your favorite song?
No, we're not going down this road. I know where
Yes,
this road
we
leads. I know where this road leads.
I won't start singing, but what's your favorite song?
We're not going down this road. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. I'll tell you my favorite song.
If it's a song that gets on everyone's nerve, I'm gonna kick you from this section of the Discord.
No, it's an Elvis song.
Okay.
Like Elvis. Blue Suede Shoes. I love Blue Suede Shoes. It's such a good song.
Elvis is alright. Yeah.
It's alright? What's wrong with you?
I mean, I like more contemporary music more generally.
Mm. How about Louis Armstrong?
What?
I
don't have.
Do you like Louis Armstrong?
I don't have a strong opinion on Louis.
Uh-huh.
I think I fought this war wrong.
You like Frank Sinatra? I like Frank Sinatra. I like I like old music.
I'm not as partial to old music, generally speaking.
I have a like very wide taste in music.
Well, I think they're not going to be able to finish this civil war, hopefully, before the next 8 minutes. If so, we'll have a slightly higher score, but there's really not too much. I guess now's the time
They'll have to ticket that's to ticket like 7 more weeks, which will take 8 minutes, I think. Close to.
Yeah, I'm just building a bunch of construction sectors to catapult the GDP for the last few minutes here. I don't think it's gonna matter.
No. This game's just scuffed, so it doesn't really matter, like you said. At least it's been fun for chat watching me torture you with my singing.
I think some people in chat might delight, but also we lost some chatters towards the end here. So mixed bag.
I don't think that's my fault. I just think it's because the game is scuffed. Not my fault.
No, yeah.
I refuse responsibility. That's your fault.
No, I think it has more to.
Dreamer.
I think it has more to do with leaving the what is it called? That we left. Oh my god, son of a bitch! They landed me. No. I really don't like the way these armies are organized. I should have made more armies at the start.
No. Who's grown the most?
I don't know.
Me, but
afterwards.
I've grown like 32 million, which is more than everyone else, but it's still not a lot.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Okay. Couldn't do it. Alright, we're still gonna raise all the conscripts everywhere. I think Lancers have the most cost? Alright, we got 5 minutes, boys. So, maximize government spending as much as you can.
I'm just gonna like put everything on the highest and lowest, so.
Yeah, raise, put conscripts, setting conscripts everywhere and raise them all.
Should we embargo people?
No, or actually, if you want, that'll hurt both economies, right? So I think net, it's not good, but.
Yeah, true.
Because trade routes are also helping your economy, generally speaking. They just might not be helping them long term.
I've added like 248 conscripts, so.
Yep. God, the GDP's barely budging. Truth hurts.
I mean, mine is growing, like, grows a little.
On the one hand, I'm not really happy with my percentage growth. On the other hand, in the first.
No, I'm just gonna build rice. That's all I'm gonna build.
Well, you should build construction and rice.
Yeah.
And
but
turn everything to iron
frame.
Or actually, I don't even know if turning everything to iron frame is really going to do that much if you don't have that much iron.
I don't have that much iron, so no, I won't do that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I've built a lot of iron, so.
We only have another 3 minutes. God, it's annoying I couldn't get the Spain thing through. Alright. I don't think he ever pushes in through this, so... You guys can help me out in this war if you want.
But Spain hasn't grown.
Do you think...
Oh, they did a diplomatic play against me. I want to conquer Beijing.
No.
Huh? You can help me if you want.
Me to... I mean, surely...
I don't need help.
I don't think it's going to matter.
They won't be able to enforce on me, though.
I mean, the game ends in 2 minutes, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't be able to... Oh, they have moved their troops over.
I'm one... Yeah, but your capital is...
No, they're going for Beijing.
Enforce on me.
Yeah, but they can't even get more troops over there in time, so it doesn't matter. Like, it will take 100 days for them to get over here. Doesn't matter.
Do you want me to join you,
can't do it.
I don't think
it doesn't matter. You can join me to ensure that you stay in a war so your conscripts don't go down, because you want the conscripts up for raising your GDP.
Alright, I'm in.
Like, I don't think it makes too much difference.
I thought if I went skirmish early, it would be really nice after a while, but there was no after a while.
Yeah, there's no after a while here. Managed to kick up the economy a little bit towards the end. I don't think it's going to matter. I think our team's not going to do too hot. Oh, man. 25.5. I'm just watching the clock. Because I think that, well, I think they aren't doing the conscript stuff, so I think it going a little bit longer favors us, but as soon as it hits 115, we're going to end it. Whoa.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this crank up on the GDP. It's so good.
Lovely.
Yeah. It doesn't, like, it's completely non-sustainable. I'm losing like 200k, but...
Oh, I'm losing 400.
Yeah.
Well,
you had more of a time. Yeah, it's over. Alright, everyone go to org.
I'm losing 350.
And now the end is near. So I say my final
I'm gonna
burden.
mute you.
No, I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want players to discuss the game, and so...
Yeah. I won't sing, I promise. I'll stop.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you...
Stop
in
it.
a 7-Eleven?
I am perfectly fine with this game not getting counting any points, but I want this vote banned.
I'm still gonna calculate the score here. That's what I'm doing, but I do need.
No.
What's with the war?
No.
It's not gonna count for league points, but I still would like to know the winner.
All of our work, and you're going like cut it quits just before we get.
No, our customs union broke. Our customs union broke.
Wait, which customs union?
The French American customs.
I dropped 10 million GDP.
It's okay, Tim.
Wait, you dropped US or?
Oh wow!
I dropped 4.
Oh fuck!
We're still buddies. We're still buddies.
All right. Let's see.
This is funny.
Okay, let's count.
At least
We're
Calculate it with me before customs union breaking.
Nope.
No.
I want to calculate after the war.
No, you can't do none of that either. I don't think you win this war.
Wow, come on.
I mean, it's not.
It's
not for points.
No, this is such a stalemate.
No, it's not. Prussia has only
Really
moved
such a
militarily.
stalemate. 100. What? Nah. This is not a stale. Come on. Look at
This is a total
look
stalemate.
at the troops on
Doesn't
there.
matter
You're just
anyways.
scared.
Well, we get Qinglan, so I don't know what you're talking about.
We also
You won't get Qinglan's.
we would have not.
You can't even get your troops there in time. I'll beat all over Korea.
We also would not have.
Yeah.
We would have not
Still
white
has
peace.
77 days.
We would have not white peaced if there was a lot of time left out of the war. We would have dragged that out.
Which war?
The war that was going on between Prussia and Russia when we started.
Oh, that's fine with
the
us.
like defensive pact war or whatever. Yeah, but I'm saying the part of the calculus was that we didn't care about the German leadership war that was incoming because we knew you didn't have enough time to enforce it.
Listen.
Listen.
You're just
Yeah,
scared.
a little bit.
I'm not sad. But
You're like 5 years into the game.
I am sad about that. There's not much to be
Like-
done about that though, for performance reasons.
You call this a stalemate, I
But
say
hold up.
we end this now.
We do have a
but we're
final
gonna continue the
score.
war.
League points that are not going to be earned. It would have been 3.94 for Team 1, 5.07 for Team 2, and 7.66 for Team 3. Although I do have to
Was
tune
that
this down.
counting after?
Can you
the
send?
customs
Can you
union
send
breaking?
the? Can you send an image of that so I can
I'll
see it?
send an image.
Thank you.
That happens. I want to continue this war, the German war, because I don't see you guys winning. And we keep having these arguments of end of game wars. Both sides claim they were gonna win, and we never continue the wars.
I think it
say
ends
we're
in a
gonna
white
continue this
piece,
war right
but
I don't think so. I don't think you can hold.
I think
No, I think-
159 cannons.
I mean, I don't see how many
159.
cannons you have, but I have a lot of infantry.
Yeah, that's all cannons.
It's all cannons?
Prussia has no only cannons.
159 stack of
If
all
Prussia has
cannons.
only cannons, then I think you lose.
No, because I am in the war and I have only
three
skirmish and I'm only
damage.
defending.
I have
If you say you have only... Oh, okay, so you have half and half. Yeah, the half and half is stronger, but like...
I am defending and he's attacking, and he's literally next to the capital already because of Bavaria.
Well, guys, are we finishing this now?
No. This is done. Everyone go back to your respective teams, and we'll do like a short discussion with each team. Obviously, there's not too much to discuss in terms of like what went on.
Can we have the game run? So
I'm
discussion. I want to see.
Gotta leave now.
I really want to see
you
the end
can't.
of the
No,
war.
Paul.
This hurts my soul.
And we gave everyone like time when the game would end, and we can't keep everyone in here.
Well, I'm just gonna declare that we won then.
Fair enough. Alright.
Alright.
So, that was a little bit interesting with the Diplo, especially with the intentional voiding of the Diplo Pact. I wasn't on Team 2 at the time, but I would have been annoyed if I was on Team 2. What did you guys...
Did you tell Java?
He didn't seem concerned.
Or...
He just wanted to sing to my chat, which I don't... I think part of my chat felt some kind of way about that.
Yeah, I did a little bit. Low-key. Same team.
I also felt bad, but like, you know, it's...
Damn.
People were coming at me. Like, I was just getting Discord messages for an hour straight. It was very hard to manage.
Yeah, so I think we might try... I'm going to consider a format where there's a dedicated diplomat, because this is becoming increasingly complicated on that front. But
yeah,
I
could not play the game.
I was a little surprised you guys didn't want to work with Team 2 instead against Team 3, because Team 3 was starting to run away with the score.
Well, yeah, but we did, but you guys aren't that strong. And plus, Qinglan is very valuable. It's just...
Oh, so the idea was you were going to have a stronger second place? Is that the plan?
No, we would have probably ended first. We would probably have ended first.
How do you end first?
To enforce on Qing. What do you mean?
Take three or four of the Qing states. That's like
we're taking three or four Qing provinces.
And then that's
I don't think we can naval invade the UK.
In what war are you taking their provinces?
What is it?
What are you talking about?
In this war. This war. The war we're fighting right now.
Oh, Beijing, Hebei, and then...
Well, he didn't even get to...
Yeah.
No, but I mean... I don't see the current situation, but if you're taking individual states, he can just reverse... the allies can just reverse sway transfer and break the war.
No, you guys are stuck in another... You guys are stuck in another play.
Yeah, but if... I don't know if we have an interest here, but if I have an interest here, which I don't, okay, well that's... if I had an interest in North China...
Only one state gets saved.
One state per player.
Yeah, but there's only one player on
you guys are stuck in a play, and you guys
and he can also release Hebei as a subject. Yeah, we're on the same team. Hey man, I didn't set this country up, okay? I'm just playing it.
I'm saying, you guys didn't even realize that war was going to happen, so we were for sure going to enforce on it.
I think it's a lot harder for you. Did you have mostly cannons and lancers on your, like...
we had a front already with him.
I had around half and half.
Like,
I don't know
so half offensive units? Because you will have had to have, like, reformed the military. Of course you could do it mostly through conscripts, but okay.
But Qing's still on irregulars.
Huh?
Is Qing not on irregular? Right?
No, they're not.
Pretty sure.
They're not? They're online?
I think so.
No, he's on irregulars.
Oh, well... Okay.
No, he's on irregulars.
Then maybe you win that.
You would have lost 100.
I still think if I boost your GDP by 15 million, I still think that doesn't catapult you to first, but...
It doesn't, but if we didn't, like, break the custom union, and we got the land.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I wish we could have gone longer, but...
Damn, your GDP went to 24 million?
26. Me?
Oh, 26. I'm talking about, the U.S.
The U.S. dropped to 26? Oh, it was at 42 before the customs union
break, yeah.
Tragic. It's you have all that probably really cheap cotton or fabric or whatever. That was...
I had lots of wood.
Yeah, wood and fabric would make a lot of sense. Alright, I'm going to check in with Team 2. Although, we've been with Team 2, so thank you guys for playing. and have a good one.
Alright.
Alright.
I believe it's a red light district.
I do not weekly.
Anything you guys wanted to
even though I'm Dutch.
Anything you guys wanted to discuss regarding the game? Although we got to discuss
yes,
plenty
it sucked ass.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. It was tough because Wojciech, he didn't really seem to. Yeah, he didn't fully get the rules in the beginning.
That's fair.
His English was also not very good, so it was tough to communicate and stuff.
That makes sense. Is he Polish? That looks like a Polish name.
Polish,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Polish.
I'm Polish.
He was a nice guy though. And,
he seemed nice. So I felt really bad when he like did the.
He was very nice, very kind.
He was okay about it though. He was just like, "Oh, it looks like I'm getting replaced.
Yeah,
thank you for playing better like next time."
Yeah, I felt bad, but like also like we were. After he left, it was considerably better. Like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, thank you guys for playing.
Hey, I'm not rated.
And you guys have a good one. I'm gonna check in with Team 3 now. All right.
Hello.
So, how did you guys feel about the impending loss to Austria in that war? How did
Dereplu is in the lobby. Tell Dereplu to join in as Russia, and we can fight.
I'd very much like to continue.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Shin can't join. Just tell Dereplu, who's right now in Spain, to switch over to Russia, and we fight this right now.
Oh.
I mean, you can PM him if you want.
Dereplu's already left. Fuck.
But I also 100% like screwed my economy to maximize GDP. So I would have to do a ton of clicking to undo the damage, because I'm going to go bankrupt very quickly.
But yeah, I don't see you guys winning. We have over German miners, we have the Bavarian front, so we're right next to the capital.
Yeah, but pushing is a freaking quagmire.
Not with shit ton of cannons. Look at Prussia's military.
There's a couple stacks of there's 3. What are they called? Skirmish armies. 2 on the Russian front and 1 on the Bavarian front. 2 on the Bavarian front, and they can get a max of 90 something skirmish infantry after conscripts, and then you got the 129 stack of artillery, and the fact that it says that we're in an advantage.
Russia's troops
the advantage doesn't mean a lot, but well, if you look at the mobilization, we have like 40% more troops mobilized. But again, that's without.
Yeah, but I don't think either of you have cannons.
Huh?
The Russian, there's a Russian one, 22 mobile artillery. There's nowhere near 129 though.
No, but we wouldn't push you. We would just defend with like a ton of.
You guys. Okay, I'm just checking.
Russia's on skirmish, by the way.
Yeah, but you aren't. It's also important.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Austria is not skirmish, and I'm checking your barracks. Your barracks aren't even half full.
It says that you've got line infantry, and those are
and Austria's barracks aren't full. So Austria's barracks and Russia's barracks are also not full. Like, you have wrong numbers because all your barracks aren't full.
Oh yeah, maybe it's true. Maybe you do win it.
Maybe.
I mean, I also don't. I don't join the Spain war unless the session's about to end. Right. I mean, so most of those losses were from the Spain war.
Well, yeah, but still, we would have won this.
This specifically, yes. But like, you would have won it if the session went longer. But if the session went longer, also, I would not have lost a bunch of troops out of the barracks. Right. But like, I mean,
this is all from Spanish War. Spanish War has been like done for a few months now.
Bro, they don't recruit that fast. They recruit so slow.
Don't you have barracks on?
Is the save done? Can I like continue with it just to see?
I mean, we can, but Russia is AI.
Like, yeah.
No, we can just unpause right now. We are all in the game still. But Russia is controlled by an AI, so we can't really trust it too much.
Yeah, it's gonna push with its skirmish infantry.
Yeah.
So like it'll be. I mean, like, No, I mean like from right here. No, with the barracks is mainly. You're right. If you guys' barracks are completely full, maybe we don't have that big a chance. I would want to see what the fully mobilized numbers look like, but also Austria. At the very end, I added like 300 construction sectors.
I mean, I'm adding a little bit of also right now.
Just to,
I see. Oh
just to
my
boost
God.
the GDP.
You just literally just spam construction sectors.
Yeah, to boost the GDP at the last 10 minutes. So I'd have to undo all of that to fix the eco.
I also think percentage growth-wise, didn't I do it as one of the best?
I can take a look.
Because before France lost a bunch, I think we were at 46 mil. And I am at 49 mil, so I surpassed France.
USA had 180%. And UK had 168% in second. So you were behind the USA, who probably benefited a lot from migration.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the USA.
They had a single market.
But I did better than France. I did better than
the USA's market also broke apart, and they lost like 10 million GDP. So they actually...
I'm talking without that.
Oh, without them losing
France
it?
also lost like... Yeah, without them losing it.
Oh, then they were considerably I think they were both ahead of you in percentage.
Wait, France as well?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so, because before they crashed, I think
if France lost, what were they before they crashed?
I know that they had less than me.
I'm at 42.
That's an important part, because I started with less GDP than they do.
Oh, if they were at 42, then you might have been ahead.
Because they start with
if they were at 42, you had to beat it by 2%. But, I mean, that's...
My point is, France starts with more GDP than England, and I surpassed them even before they crashed.
Are you sure they start with more GDP?
How much did the EIC grow?
I'm pretty sure. France starts with a few more mil.
I think that's mistaken. UK starts with 29 million. France starts with 25.
Oh, it's the other way around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Never mind then. I thought that was more impressive. Anyway.
No. And France also lost pops to USA. I don't know how much.
Oh, funny thing is, during that war between Prussia and France, and at their front, France was fighting the USA.
Yeah, there's also that whole bug thing going on. Anyways, I think
I think all the
how much did each of the nations grow, or EIC? How much did the EIC grow?
In terms of GDP? 164%, which is more impressive because you have bigger nominal and you were paying war reps and Dominion tax. Of course, you do have all the annexables. So
I was playing mummy. I was taking on the debt from VIC.
Oh, okay, Prussia. Then that works.
But I also have a lot of money left, credit left. I mean. So I could have spent.
Yeah, at the end I was running a deficit because I also did the same thing as you did with overbuilding construction, to an extent of actually, because I had a lot of money at start as well. So I overbuilt a bit, but because the game didn't went on for too long.
No, it didn't. Alright, I think I'm going to outro the stream, you guys, so I'm going to hop into a separate chat and just catch up and do that, and then I might be back afterwards, but I'll be in a separate chat.
Look at Java all alone. He thinks we're doing an interview, but we're...
Alright. So that was, kind of what went on. Obviously, we had a lot of bugginess. Was a little bit interesting to see some 1.5 stuff going on, but of course, I don't think we'll be back next week with this. Probably just be doing a regular stream. I'm just going to catch up on chat, but we do have, Team 3 did kind of take it away, but Team 1 maybe had a bit of a chance there. Kind of, their explanation made a lot of sense to me. If their market did not break, which of course they did need to have a little bit of concern of. We had a lot of chat when I kind of switched on over, and then oligarchy. Yeah, we were going oligarchy to just try and get off of, I mean, there's I didn't have any type of long-term strategy like going in, but did want to get off of this to maybe start to get it off of this and like to start digging into the cloud of the aristocracy. You know, wanted to get onto like laissez-faire, which we were not, and so going oligarchy would have been a good shout for that, so we could get another company and this type of stuff. You booted up Vic 3 for the first time in a month and it crashed. The truth hurts. You're on beta, but when you open the game, the version says 1.5.3 and not 5. Do you need to do something additional? You might be able to right-click and then check the integrity of the files or something like this. Yeah, and try restarting the launcher. Spread maple syrup to South America. Okay. Greetings, Deshiba. Sorry I didn't catch up. I was trying to figure out how to try and maximize the score on my team, which was not the easiest. No war goals on Spain war. Make it stop. We did make it stop eventually. Does Prussia have Krupp, and did no one bother improving SOL? Prussia does have Krupp. I don't know if they have it slotted in. We could take a look though. I think that I think that people were. Oop, they did slot in Krupp. I mean, that's a spicy one, and also this. Interesting. I mean, maybe they do that win that war. The argument certainly. Well, they definitely win the war now because there's like no troops here, but I wonder if they win it in the other context. But overall, Team 3 tends to do, Paul tends to perform really well, and we do see, we are going to input this in terms of which teams won for thinking through the rankings, but we're not going to give people scores because the game, I mean, we only went 8 years, and it was scuffed in a lot of ways, and teams had to swap and this sort of thing, and so, but it was a bit of a learning experience stream. I'm glad you guys all came out. Theoretically, if you're in Eastern Europe, can you play 3v3v3, or is it very bad for multiplayer synchronization? We've had people from Eastern Europe play, but I think you have to have good computer and good internet if you're in Eastern Europe, and if you have bad on that, then it's worse. Sometimes we have players who have really good computer and internet and are on the East Coast from the USA, and in that case, them hosting helps out a lot. Tired Star is one who is really good on the host for that in that regard, because I'm on the East Coast, right? And so we got to travel around quite a bit to get to, you know, it literally is like Eastern Europe is kind of as far as you can get, like even far further than Oceania, but it's still possible. But you have to have a better looking rig, this type of thing. But it was very interesting to see some of the stuff. I was super cool seeing the 3-person market from France, Spain, and USA. I thought that this was probably pretty strong. I thought that their strategy was strong. I think that the Team 3's draft was super synergy heavy, seeing Prussia, EIC, and Great Britain all together. I still think Russia, Qing's draft, and Austria draft looked really strong, but, you know, kind of, well, I've generally seen Austria underperform, and maybe Austria you need to think of as not being so strong. Really, Russia and Qing in some ways are good teammates, because Russia covers one of Qing's vulnerable fronts, right? And you only have to worry about the EIC in terms of land fronts. But then on the other hand, a lot of the advantages of Russia for your team and advantages for Qing are similar, which is that they provide enormous population, and so maybe these two together aren't the thing. But I think we're going to conclude the stream. Almost got enforced on in the Spanish Revolution. Me or you? Wait, what? If we had managed to... One of the problems is we actually couldn't station our troops in their HQ. And I didn't know why, but we couldn't station the troops in the HQ when there was a front there, and so we couldn't defend against a landing, because we were trying to set that up, or I was trying to set that up. I couldn't narrate my thinking, because it would have interfered with the other players, like, what was going on, certainly with Java singing, and so it was a little bit tough to try and do all of that at once. I think, I really don't like when I have to sub in and play, like, not from the start, and also I can't comment, like, I think every time I sub in, like, we lose a lot of viewers as well, because I'm not engaging in any sort of commentary, and so it's really something I'd rather avoid. But anyways, thank you all for coming up. I hope you enjoyed. We will probably be back after November 14th. I think that this was an indication that this was not going to be really... yeah, not going to be really that viable. But I hope you enjoyed anyways. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and etc. Mostly etc. And other than that, have a good day, and we are going to conclude the stream here. Bye-bye now. Smell you later.